Liandre Got the Juice. Liandre Got the Juice. Liandre Got the Juice.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. And each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. If you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Did somebody say put me in the game? The time has finally come. Here at the Coach Smook Network, we are officially launching our first merchandise line. We will have a lineup of t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies available, with more items to come in the future. The way you can find these items is by simply going to the YouTube page, clicking on the links, and you will see the Coach Smook Network merchandise link below. Or during our live stream, type in the chat !merch, and you will see the link come up. And from that website, you can purchase all the variety of merchandise that we have available. Don't wait too long. Don't wait until it gets close to the end. Coach Smook Network is growing fast, and I'm glad to be a part of what we're building here. Thank you for your support, and go get your merch, man.
It's here. Authenticity above all. AAA family. Coach Smook. You know what it is.
What's up, everybody? What's good, everybody? Come on, wake up, baby. Wake up, wake up. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Yes, we timed it up perfect with the intro and everything this morning. Good morning, everybody. How y'all feeling this morning? Let me know if y'all can hear me good. Trying some new audio settings this morning, guys. Please tell me y'all can hear me good. Please tell me everything's coming through just fine. Just like it needs to come through. Let me know how y'all feeling this morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this beautiful, and I mean, like, when I say beautiful here in Alabama, in Montgomery, Alabama, I'm talking about beautiful beautiful Monday morning. I said Sunday morning because I didn't go to church yesterday. I didn't make it to church, y'all. My body would not allow me to wake up yesterday. I don't know what it was. I went to sleep around, what time did we get to sleep Saturday night? Probably like 10:30, 11. Earlier than usual. I'm gonna have to put these headphones over these so we can block out some of that. Mic check. Okay, there we go. That's way better. Okay, that's what it is. All right, y'all. So I got to use the headset today to cover up. I don't have my other headset cover. But appreciate y'all for pulling up this morning, man. How y'all feeling this morning? I know everybody's locked in and dialed in. It's Tennessee hate week, y'all. I know we hate Tennessee all the time, but we do give them their special attention 1 week out the year, and that's the third week of October, the third Saturday in October. We're renewing this rivalry. Good morning, Zach. Good morning, Jordan. Good morning, Dwight. Exactly the type of energy I'm on all week. Greg, MJ, Derek, Gary, Latoya, Khalil. What's up, everybody? Miss Careless, how you feeling? Pulling up to the chat. Never seen you in here before. Welcome in. Hopefully you are enjoying yourself early in this show. We ain't even got started yet. And hopefully everybody has helped you feel welcome here in the AAA, the Coach Smook Network, the AAA community. Authenticity above all. Steven Sibley saying the same thing I'm saying, man. I hate Tennessee every week. Roll Tide and good morning, family. Man, I hate them every day. But this 1 week, they get their special attention, Steven, and we're going to give it to them. And hopefully our players feel our energy. And we're going to dive into that. We got some fair weather fan reports, fair weather fan alert. Got a few things we're going to address. A couple people we're going to put on the radar for y'all to be aware of. And a lot of these people are our social media influencers, right? You know, it's kind of part of my content that I'm starting. What's up, Jay Penny? How you feeling this morning? It's part of the little content push that I'm doing, y'all. All these Alabama content creators out here crying and whining. Look, calling the ones that want to keep a positive mindset or people that want to hold the players accountable, saying that we got crimson goggles. Yeah, I heard my boy Coach Sean. I put a name on it. Coach Smook said Coach Sean and Coach Jance was whining. Yeah, I said it. When I said it, the day I said it, I said those names for a reason. And just like K Black, man, we can bring them on the screen and we'll bring facts to the table. Y'all know it. Speak up. We got another segment to speak up this week. Some more people. Got to check them fandom, man. Got to check them fan cards. And hopefully, Coach Sean rubbernecking and listen like he usually don't be rubbernecking. He be at work listening. He usually have me on. So hopefully he listening because I won't smoke. I won't smoke, Sean. I've been seeing you getting soft over there hanging with them boys. That's what happened when you. I ain't gonna talk about it. I ain't gonna talk about it. Steven coming in with the $5 super chat. He said, "Good morning, Coach. Roll Tide. Appreciate you for the $5 super chat. Becoming the first $5 super chat on the stream. Becoming the first co-sponsor of today's stream. Appreciate you, man. We can throw down with Tennessee fans on site. Hey, on my mama, we can throw down with them Tennessee fans. My boy said, why my mic? That's just a compressor, and I ain't got it tied down, man. It don't do good when it's tied down. So we can throw down with Tennessee fans on site. Listen, a Tennessee fan can catch these hands this week, and I got some cool Tennessee fans as family members. They can catch hands though this week. Fact check for all the members saying it's coaching. Kirby was our DC when we lost to Johnny Manziel. Ooh, unranked Texas A&M team. People keep talking about some Coach Saban didn't get handed this talented roster and all that. Man, we're gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna keep on slapping them with facts. They want to move the goalposts. I'll keep kicking it through the uprights. I love it. Did y'all hear Jance call us out? Did he call us out? Because if he called us out, then it ain't nothing to pull up, Jance. It ain't nothing to pull up. Just make sure you got your glasses on and come on camera. Don't be hiding this time. And we don't want to see no freaking avatar. I'm feeling good about this week. Me too. I feel like I'm gonna get to pop my collar a little bit more with some of this, with some of these Bama content creators and panelists and analysts, right? And they takes, man. What up, my brother Said is in the building, man. I think Said might be. Nah, he's not a Tennessee fan. He's from Memphis, but I don't think he's a Tennessee fan. I don't think Didn't I see someone on Twitter post something about Coach Saban running nickel sets? Don't talk about that. Hey, and I want y'all to pay attention to the personnel this last game. For everybody that wants to cry about 4-2-5 not working and it's a personnel issue, if you just go and look at the first drive, I didn't even notice it because I was driving on the road during the first opening minutes of the game. Probably the first half of the game. I think we didn't get back to the beginning. So the first half. I want y'all to go back and look at something. The personnel grouping that was out there on the field, like majority of that drive, when they kept going like 12 personnel and going 13, we went with a certain personnel group, and then people are literally complaining about this whole stream. And the only reason I didn't say nothing about it because I couldn't confirm nor deny. So y'all heard me say something about the personnel groupings, right? I want to see better. So we've been talking about, can we get a variation of a 4-3 or a 3-4? I want y'all to go to look at the personnel grouping on that first drive defensively. That first drive, we had Justin Jefferson, Jahai Campbell, Deontay Lawson, J.C. Latham, Tim Smith, Team Keenan, and Ja Latham. LT Overton. My fault. I said J.C. Latham. LT Overton and Ja Latham were both on the field at the same time, playing like true defensive end technique. One was lined up as Wolf, one was lined up as Bandit. So we saw them put heavy personnel out to match heavy personnel sets on the offense, right? But let these other podcasts tell you the coaches didn't do. I just want y'all to go check that out. Your sister, a Tennessee fan, she been catching these hands on my guy Jay Penny pulling up with the energy this morning. I'm feeling it. Nicole, what's up, girl? That's twin right there, y'all. That's twin. My boy said nope, he do not. Oh, he definitely. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, definitely not a. Justin Jefferson is a dog. Bro's playing like he trying to get mama out the hood. Facts, 100% Dougie Fresh. And that's the topic of conversation today, personnel. We're going to dive into the conversation, y'all. We're going to really get into the conversation today. I'm just getting the final little thing set up for the phone line. But before we get into the conversation, I just want to give everybody a chance. Listen, YouTube is not helping us with pushing out these notifications on time. So the only reason I dragged the first 20 minutes on is because of YouTube, guys. YouTube they not helping us. But what I tell you, YouTube, it has done. Big announcement. Do I have an announcement banner? Huge announcement banner. Let me see. Let me do a huge announcement. Wait, let's do a testimony. Let's testimony. We got a testimony. Coach Smook Network, we got a testimony. I gotta celebrate this. And this ain't no shade. This is something that I believe needs to be said publicly. And the facts and my team knows. I always give them the analytics of what this channel is doing, viewership wise, subscription wise, everything, how we're growing. I'm pleased to tell you that I had I got a notification in my email last night, and I want y'all to hear this clearly. Hopefully y'all can hear me real clear, man. Hopefully y'all can hear me real clearly. So, and I know people have their feelings about you love the 4 sacks, absolutely, and we forced 2 turnovers. I'm gonna pull up the stats. I've been looking at Tennessee and Alabama from last year, and then looking at Tennessee's Oklahoma game. I really feel like if we can have an Oklahoma game plan, I think our quarterback play can be light years better, and we can pull away from Tennessee in this game and really show them, really start showing the country who we are. But yeah, so announcement, y'all, huge announcement. Listen. Appreciate everybody pulling up too. All 51 of you on YouTube right now, please make sure you're liking the stream. Please take time and like the stream, share it up. And then if you're on Twitter, take a moment to pull up on YouTube. Appreciate my brother Sid and my brother Jamie on Facebook for dropping likes. Jamie, pull up on YouTube, man. Cedric already jumped over here. Pull up. My brother Sid already pulled up. You pull up too, man. But so, as you all know, and everybody that's followed me, right? You all know that I originally, Coach Smook was already Coach Smook before Bama Football on YouTube, before the Bama Standard, before but I really became Coach Smook during my time, during my call-in time during supporting Touchdown Alabama. Solid publication. I still watch their stuff. Support Stephen A, Justin Smith, John Ivory, Benny Bice, all those guys. I know I've been giving them crap about their fair weatherness, but those are my guys. I rock with them, man. That's just how they rock. You know what I'm saying? I rock with them. But so once I got on the Bama Standard, you all know that I was just kind of doing it as a hobby. But when I really started taking an interest to it and started studying and started seeing what type of career path this could create, what type of longevity it has in it, and the time that it took, I was at a point in time in my life during that time, 3 years ago now, I was at a point where I can kind of make that move to kind of dabble in it. So I took it serious, and I did some things with my name and my brand to always protect it. And it was always to keep it as an entertainment brand, right? An entertainment brand, not a sports media personality, not a gaming content creator, but an entertainment brand. And my brother here, what's up, Pastor B? What's good? My brother said is in the chat. Good morning, Deborah. Good to see you. My brother said is in the chat. He was with me 2020, end of 2019, early 2020, when I switched my name from Bama 334 on Xbox to Coach Smook. No, actually it went from Bama 334 to Bama Smook to Coach Smook, right? On Xbox. That was my gamer handle. Bama Coach Smook was my gamer handle. Once I started doing content, I went and I started getting my name patent and everything, started working on it. Didn't do it off rip. But since 2021, if you have used the name Coach Smook, I can come and claim copyrights. Anything my name or my face or my brand is attached to, that I deem that my brand is attached to, I can go and claim copyrights and revenue shares for it. So YouTube recognized that. And I want to thank YouTube for that, because everything, all the hard work and selfless service and unselfish efforts I put in over there on Bama Football on YouTube, and shout out to Kyle Henderson for the opportunity. But the way that ended was definitely wrong. Still haven't had the opportunity to clear that up and have that conversation. Really wish I could. Honest desire for everybody to think I'm trolling. Honest desire, because I don't ever wish any negative or mal will on anybody. But that was definitely not the way to do that. But I just want to thank God. I want to first of all thank God for allowing me to giving me the strength to continue to push, even though that situation could have took me out. It could have took me out. Content creation wise, it could have took me out, because you still got people thinking that I was bad for the brand. But I'm getting emails, guys. I'm getting emails from YouTube saying, hey, your name is on this video. Like, this not the wording, but this ain't verbatim, but this is the context of it. Your name is on this video for this channel. This channel is still getting money and views and revenue off of these videos that you are on. Your name is tagged in these. Can you confirm that this is you? And so even if my boy go and take it down, revenue shares from since October of last year, where his channel saw an analytical shift of viewership with myself, Coach Sean, mainly me and Coach Sean. When me and Coach Sean came on the channel, and you can see the analytics, and so there's no legal dispute there. I know he was talking about I was bad for the brand. Looks like the analytics say otherwise, man. The analytics say otherwise. And I appreciate him for the opportunity. I feel like if he would have stayed humble and kept his ego in check, he still would have a great thing over there, Bama Football on YouTube. But God knew what was best. He knew he didn't want us planted this good quality content and quality people. He didn't want us planted in bad soil. He knew we needed something authentic. So he created the AAA family, and this is where we are. So I thank God for that. I thank God for that, man. I thank God for that. And it's crazy because if you look at the numbers, people are like, man, you only getting this many likes on your videos. Why you hating? No, I don't have to buy likes. I live with whatever happens. I live with whatever authenticity proves. I live with it. We don't buy likes, man. The numbers don't lie, Greg. And we're growing every day. I don't know if y'all remember the other day when we ended the stream, the pregame stream, the score prediction stream. We've already jumped ahead of our subscription pickup for this week compared to last week. In the first 34 hours calculated of this week. So I'm just grateful. That's the testimony. I'm not bragging. I'm just letting y'all know that the likes, the shares, the comments, when we're on topic and talking, it matters. because you believe and you're engaged in what you're watching. So I thank y'all. For sticking with me and supporting me and pushing me and helping me stay authentic. Honestly, I could have went with the wave. I could have just do like a lot of these people, just go with what gets me the likes, right? Say what the people are saying. You could watch Twitter all day and look at all the fans whining, and then I could come on live and regurgitate everything that they're saying. But I'd rather just stand up for what I truly believe in. And I've always been a solid teammate. I've always been a solid fan when it comes to athletics and sports. I've always been solid. You can never tell me my team is trash at no point in time during any game. At no point in time during any game. I don't care. And until the clock hits 0, my team has a chance. Until this season is over and the record says that we are out of the playoff contention, then come on. Why give up? Why say we can't change it? Why say Kane Womack need to be gone? Like all this crazy stuff, that's what I be attacking. So, and that's fair weatherness to me. Week 1, week 2, oh, this 4-2-5 is surprising me. This might be it. But week 3 and 4, oh, yeah, 5. Week 5, week 5 and what we in game 4 and 5. Oh my God, we need to fix this. Yeah, let's fix it. I can feel you on that. Kane Womack ain't it. This scheme ain't it. And former players, my God, I can't wait. Can't wait for them to catch wind of Coach Smook. Cause I don't care, man. Y'all respect them because of a name and what they did on the field. That don't mean they know everything about football. And they haven't played in 10 years. And since they left the game, the pads have gotten smaller. Listen, I see the helmets now. They don't even have the clip-in, the little clip-in earmuffs. Not earmuffs, the ear pads. They don't even have the clip-in ones no more. The helmets are being made with them already. I remember I used to have to clip my junk back in the helmet. You remember the little pop-ons? So that's our intro, y'all. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Listen, the show schedule's at the bottom. We're going to try to stick to it as close as possible today, y'all. We really going to try to stick to it today. I'll be trying my best. And I already had the time. I put the wrong number right here. See, that's why I need a producer. That's why I need a producer, y'all. If anybody interested in joining this team, man, we got some new members on the team. Y'all start seeing them being a lot more active. They'll start getting a few more identifiers on their name. Y'all see them in the community sharing content. Y'all see them on the Twitter posts, actively engaged. Every Twitter post that Coach Smook Network AAA is posting, they're going to be on it. Y'all be looking out for their names. Y'all see them. I ain't going to make that official announcement today. I don't want to put no pressure on them. I want them to keep doing what they were doing because they're doing good. But we're going to jump into the show today. And when we kick off here at 8:30, man, we're going to finish our morning check-in and start our final thoughts on South Carolina game and intro into Tennessee week. And then at 8:45, we get our first calling segment started at 8:45. So if you're watching 8:45 Central Time, we'll be opening up the phone lines for you all to start calling in and sharing your thoughts for this week's game, this upcoming game. But before we jump into our final thoughts on and turning the page for Alabama and South Carolina, I want y'all to take a moment. I want to take a moment and thank our sponsors for supporting this network, man. We actually got a content push coming, y'all. I forgot November is going to be a crazy month. It's crazy because it's Iron Bowl. But we actually got a lot of content that we're going to be pushing out. I got 15 seconds. Russell County High School and Pike Road, they both have athletes, Diamond Sports School athletes. This week, this Friday, they are playing for their region title. Big content there. I'm going there. We won't be live. We'll get in VOD style, but I have to get that edit done and pushed out for Saturday because this is going to be a game. I mean, I'm talking about a game that we cannot miss. Corey Timms, Bryson Riggins, Denver Harper, Jamari Burnett, Tyvion Davis. I forget the other young man from Pike Road. I think it's the running back or the wide receiver. He plays running back and slot. But that young man, it's a lot of under the radar athletes in this game. 3 stars, 4 stars in this game. I'm telling y'all, I can't wait to get the content to y'all. So be looking out for that. But shout out to our sponsors, man. Thank them for supporting us. And when we come back, we're going to get into the final thoughts, and then we're going to turn the page, and then we'll get into the first thought calling segment brought to you by the AAA family. Thank y'all for supporting, man. Be back right after this.
Leandre Gotte Giusto.
Okay, let's get into it, man. Listen, I can't lie. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. Went back and I watched the game, and there is 3 key things I take away from this game on both sides of the ball. And I want y'all to hear me out before y'all start complaining about the particulars, the one-offs, and all of this stuff. Before you start trying to blame the scheme. Before you start trying to blame a coach and play call, before you start trying to talk about the issues of communicating the play in the first quarter, we saw those 3. As a matter of fact, it was 4 plays on 2 drives, right? 2 different plays. Well, 3 plays on one drive, 2 plays on another drive. So 5 total plays where we saw the play call coming in slow. I will agree with that. In the first quarter. The rest of the game, 1, maybe 2, when we saw shifts by the offense, late shifts by the offense, something that you're going to have, right? Sometimes it's on players to be smart and remember their film study, right? So that's 3 key things I want to kind of harken on or kind of highlight when we're talking about 3 key takeaways from this game. And I gotta update something before we get into the show, man. Let me update the co-sponsor banner. Because we got some people in the chat showing crazy love this morning with the super chats already. Let me go to them real quick. Let me pull up Steven. Appreciate you with the $5 super chat. I know I acknowledged him. I wanted to make sure that you all heard me acknowledging Steven Sibley with the $5 super chat. Says, good morning, coach, and roll tide. Then my brother Dwight, man, our graphics and animations and all of that. He's the coordinator for that, our graphics coordinator. Shout out to Dwight, man, with the $5 super chat. I'm feeling good about this week. Same right here, Dwight. Same right here, my brother. I'm feeling good, too. I'm feeling good myself, man. Appreciate you for the $5 super chat. And appreciate both of you all for becoming the first co-sponsors on this morning's stream. So, my boy said my mic cover doing my condenser doing a bankhead bounce. I don't like that. Said you kind of made me almost lose focus right there. What's up, Jason? I take a 2-point win or loss right now, AAA fan. Oh Lord, Jason, we gave you hell the other night, man. I ain't even gonna lie. Had me in here, convinced me to believe, man. I did. I'm ready for Texas Kid to pull up so he can give it to us, bro. We made him believe. We had him scared though. We had him believing just like Jason had us believing. But just 3 key things I want to take away from this game, y'all. Not going to spend a lot of time talking about the past because that's what a lot of these podcasts are going to do today. They're going to complain about coaching and all of this stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk about it and we're going to leave it alone. Number 1, first things first. Effort has to be consistent. If not grow throughout the game. Effort don't mean you're going to make every play. But you know what effort does mean? Effort means you're going to give yourself a better opportunity to make a play, right? Better effort. If you increase your effort, if you increase your intensity throughout the game, If you're able to maintain if we're able to maintain, not even increase, maintain the level of intensity we started with from a player standpoint, we that's a different game. Number two, key moment play calling has to be a lot better. Key moment play calling. It wasn't necessarily key moment execution this game. I can go back and I could find 4 drives where we executed perfect on third down and we get the ball back. You know, we got to change the possession thing going. But I could also go back and look at 2 key moments where play calling put players in bad position. 2 of them. And it happened once in the first half, once in the second half. So because of the amount of times it's happening, I feel like the play calling is starting to get better because the coaches are starting to get used to what players can do in certain moments. I talked about this early in the offseason about how the learning curve will be, how fast this staff and these players can get through this learning curve to get to their identity. Number three, which leads me to my last point, identity. This team walked away from this game with an identity. They walked away with this game with identity. The sad part about it is you haven't made it a definitive what you're going to be. This team's identity is they're inconsistent. When they're on, they're unstoppable. When they're not on, they can be beat. It's not that they're trash, because we can be having a bad drive. We can be having a bad 2 or 3 series in a row, and this team will still be in the game. So that doesn't make your team trash. It doesn't make your coaching staff bad. That's all on players consistently producing a product that's going to set them up for success. Executing the play call so that we can know how to adjust. Hey, bro, Jason, we'll talk about it, man. We'll talk about it. No disrespect, though, bro. Bama got a lot to work on coming into this week not because we're in trouble. I don't think we're in trouble against Tennessee. Tennessee has a lot of issues themselves. They get home field advantage, yes. But I think Jalen Milroe's experience in this game is going to need to be prevalent. That's what's going to carry this team. We got a chat rate of 5 people. I need everybody that's watching. We got 70 people in the chat right now. Drop likes on the stream right now. Drop likes on the stream. Come on, we got 70 live on YouTube right now. Run the likes up, man. We had 37 likes on the stream. Run the likes up on the stream, everybody. Appreciate y'all for being here. So those 3 keys I feel like need to be applied before we even look at a scheme, before we look at the issues with the alignment on 4 out of the 63 plays, or I think it was 69 snaps that the defense played. On 4 of the 69 snaps that Kane Womack may have had us misaligned, that did not result in first downs or scoring plays. We can talk about those. We can cry about those. But let's talk about, out of the 69, let's talk about the other 61 to 64 snaps where our defense had opportunities to make impactful plays. And I'm not saying you're going to win 95, 100% of those. If you win 60% of those just with relentless effort and execution, the early penalty with I think they got Q-Rob for going across the quarterback, hitting the quarterback in the face while going for the ball, while being engaged with the offensive lineman. I do not like that call, and I think that needs to be reviewed by the NCAA. I know we're trying to protect the quarterback, but we're talking about forcible contact to the head or neck area. That's not forcible contact, guys. That's not forcible contact. Grazing the face mask or following through with an attempt to swat the ball as a defensive lineman, linebacker, cornerback, whatever, as a defender, with your momentum forward. And if you leave your feet swatting for the ball and you hit the quarterback swatting for the ball, I don't think that should be called. I don't think that, because now we're talking about an intentional or unintentional flagrant foul, and last I checked, this was football. Welcome in, Only One Bank. Only One Bank, I'm gonna need you to pick up a badge, man. I'm gonna need you to pick up a badge, bro. You like to complain a lot, man. I'm gonna start giving out we're gonna start giving out our complaint limits. I need complaint monitors, fair weather monitors. Dougie, get on your job, man. Dougie, I need you put together a team in the chat, and we need fair weather monitors, fair weather fan monitors, the hall monitors. We need chat monitors, not moderators, chat monitors. They can monitor the chat, and anytime you see some fair weather, some fair weather energy, I need that emoji, that alert emoji, with fair weather fan alert in all caps with another alert emoji on the back end of it. That's what I need. That's all I need. What did I see? What I did see, Smook, was Miro is starting to focus in on Williams and Bernard too much. It's starting to look like they're trying to force feed those two. We have to use other wide receivers and tight ends. I'm just saying. I'm going to disagree, Kareem, because you got to think Kobe Prentice and Kendrick Law were out this game. Cole Adams had a nice reception on a key third down conversion where Milroe scrambled out the pocket and he found Cole Adams, who read the defense perfectly. He actually had a few key blocks too in the run game. And then CJ Dupree had 2 or 3 big catches early in the game. Josh Cuevas had a key conversion on the third down. If Ryan Williams and Jeremy Bernard are winning on the big shot plays, hit it. And that's what I'm excited to see, that his completion percentage to Ryan Williams is still above 70%. Jeremy Bernard, 61%. Kobe Prentice and Kendrick Law. I think Kendrick Law has the lowest target completion percentage right now. It's like 61% right now. Jalen Miro is still completing above 70% of his passes. I want everybody to believe it. I want everybody to remember that. So I don't think he was. If they're winning, they're winning. If they're winning, they're winning. You got to hit them. The first one he missed on Ryan Williams, that was a good read. The Jeremy Bernard interception, great read, wrong pass. You got to put that on the rope. You got to use your strength on that one. Keep that a little bit more on the line, and that's a touchdown. Great read by the cornerback though. Got to commend South Carolina secondary, who's growing every week, man. South Carolina secondary is getting better every week. Shout out to Travelpreneur Sports in the building. Miss Careless says, I want to see more of Cole Adams. I think he's going to be good. I think he's already good. I think he's doing exactly what he needs to do for this team, though. This group of wide receivers, Cole Adams is a shifty possession receiver that can be a burner. He could take the top off. Is Campbell hurt because he playing the same our linebackers catching? Wait. Is Campbell hurt because he playing the same our linebackers catching instead of meeting in the hole like they should? I'm going to take like 7 more seconds to try to decipher that. Okay. He's playing soft. Our linebackers. Okay, I guess I get what you're saying. Campbell, if y'all haven't noticed, Campbell's been nursing this hand injury since fall. And I don't see him wrapping up very, like last year, Campbell used to wrap up. This year, he can blowed up a lot. Deontay Lawson is still inconsistent like last year. I see Deontay Lawson still being inconsistent. Justin Jefferson, Quay Russaw, I'm telling y'all, experiment. I think Quay Russaw can be the next elite inside linebacker, man. If we go ahead and start that transition now, I still haven't seen Jeremiah Alexander get an opportunity. We saw the reports, man, and I seen it in practice. I seen it in spring and fall camp, where Jeremiah Alexander was in that rotation in the inside linebacker. When we run against teams that are killing us on the interior run game or the perimeter run game, I can't have Lawson out there. I'm sorry, guys. And I'm not dragging Deontay Lawson. It's just his skill set at the inside linebacker position to be able to diagnose runs and create solid run fits is not effective. And that makes our whole scheme look like crap. When you're dialing up 5-man pressures with your inside linebacker, and all he's doing is going and running to the offensive lineman and throwing a shoulder, instead of really trying to meet and really find not close gaps, but shoot gaps, attack gaps and holes with his head on a swivel, ready to be physical at the point of contact. We need more consistency from that. Not Jahad Campbell. We see it from him. It's just inconsistent. It's like some of you think. I think it's the injury. It's the subtleness to go all in, the hesitancy to go 100%. And after that Vandy loss, I could see that he was embarrassed. But man, you didn't follow it up with any intensity, man. You made 1 or 2 plays this game, but they weren't like plays that you made. It was like you finally did your job. Where's the playmaker? Deontay Lawson, if you're listening, wake up, young man. You know I believe in you. We talked 3 times during spring ball. You know I believe in you. Tim Smith told me he wanted to be the best defensive tackle prospect in this defensive lineman in this draft. He ain't far from being there. Tim Smith played a hell of a game. You saw when he got reps where he was tired. Tim Smith won't play this many reps at the next level. And he'll be a quality defensive tackle, whoever drafts him. And maybe he don't go in the first round, but I think when it's all said and done, 6-7 years in the league, Tim Smith will have better statistically. And value-wise, he will have created a better value base for himself than a lot of defensive linemen in this class. Tim Smith is doing great. That last game, him and Tim Keenan were unstoppable, and supplementing them, right, with Jordan Renard and Jeremiah Beeman. Did y'all see 92 get on that field and get disruptive, and Damon Payne? I think you found your interior rotation, and you might. I think we need to stick with the big defensive end look. Let that bandit rotation. You got to find out what your bandit rotation. I don't think you take your Wolf off the field and go big bandit again. That hurt us. Having 2 bandits out there as Wolf and Bandit. You instead of having Wolf and Bandit, we had 2 bandits out there for a series, and we saw the speed decrease. We saw we saw it. We saw the range. So that's my take from the game. 1, effort has to pick up. 2, big time play calling. Big moment play calling has to be more consistent, right? And 3, I think I skipped one. I didn't write it down. Big time play calling, big moment play calling, effort and execution. Oh, and intensity. That was the third one. Third one was intensity. Intensity. We have to match. We have to maintain, sustain, or our intensity has to grow. All right. Tim Smith has been playing. Hey, better tackling this game. 9 missed tackles. That's it. That was it this game. Hey, Jarvis, why are you concerned about Jalen making these decisions to run? Do y'all not understand that Jalen calls his own number? We only see a QB dialed runs in the red zone. How many red zone trips did he have this last game? 4? So how many rush attempts did Jalen have this last game? Let me go ahead and pull the stats up as we get ready to open the phone lines. Pull the stats up. But that's what I take away from this game. So we're going to open the phone lines 334-625-1121. Go ahead and call in. Let me hear your thoughts. On this game. Final thoughts, and then what you think we have to do going into the Tennessee game. I gave you what I thought, my 3 keys to transitioning to the Tennessee game. 334-625-1121. Call in, say your name, put me in the game, and we'll get you in here on the line, man. Gotta stay focused, man. This team loses focus because when they're locked in, man, they're unstoppable. They're unbeatable. We got our first call on the line, and y'all know who it is.
Call from
Zachary, put me in the game, Coach.
To accept, press 1.
Yo, Zach, what's up, man? You in the game. Talk to me, bro.
What's up, Coach Smook? Good morning to you.
Good morning,
Roll
Zach.
Tide.
Roll Tide, my guy, Roll Tide. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. It's Tennessee hate week.
Yes, sir.
They
Yes, sir.
bad. They dirty. their stadium looks like a garbage truck
convention. Yeah. Yes, sir. They low down.
And they low down.
And I don't like dogs. I really don't like dogs. I'm not a dog person. Zach, yeah, you already know we definitely had to start the week off with that one. That shout out to G Baby in the chat, man. Gary.
Oh yeah.
Pop the morning off, pop the week off in the Discord with the perfect mantra for Tennessee Hate Week here at Bama Nation. But Zach, talk to me, man. South Carolina game, final thoughts, man. Your takeaways, and then, of course, Tennessee Hate Week. Your thoughts going into this game. What do you want to see from this team, and what needs to happen in order for us to to notch another? Because I think our fans also forget, the Fairweather fans forget, we're 5-1.
Right. Okay. Final thoughts on South Carolina. I've seen some improvement, but I mean, not much. But that's okay. As long as we improve, as long as we did enough to win the game, that's okay. This week. Now going into the Tennessee game, we can't. I don't have that same mentality.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pleased with the win Saturday, but at the same time, I'm not satisfied. I'm happy we won, but I'm not satisfied.
Right.
I want to see more intensity and effort. I want to see more accountability and discipline, and I want to see the big play moments. Jahad Campbell, Deontay Lawson, and them run into the hole and meet the running back and not wait for the running back. And I can understand with Campbell's hand, because maybe he's still ginger it's still ginger on him, tender, and it's bothering him. Okay, if that's the case, maybe maybe sit out a game and rest it instead of keep putting yourself in a situation to just retweak it every week, and to where you can't do what you got to do your job. I mean, I understand injuries happen and players want to play through injuries, but if it's affecting you this much, maybe take a game off and rest it properly and get it 100% before you come back, because if you keep doing what you're doing,
it's gonna get worse.
It's gonna cost us, because we're gonna need that big tackle, and if your number's called and you can't make the tackle, then why are you out there?
100%, Zach, and I'm right there with you. Shifting into not necessarily shifting, but final grades, man. Give me a grade, and we'll work on the offensive side. We got time. We got about 6 minutes left on this phone call. So Zach, offensive line grade. Let's do our grade sheet this week. And when you call in today, family, we trying a new format. We've been trying some stuff every other week. I think y'all are liking how we changed the variety of this show up, even when you call in, how the flow goes. This week, I'm really today, the Monday morning show, we want to direct it towards this style. So try to help your boy out when you get on the line, right? So offensive line grade, shoot, and give me a reason why real quick.
Okay, I'll give them a B.
Okay.
I mean, they did play good, in moments, but they was inconsistent. South Carolina, and shout out to South Carolina and that defensive scheme, because it gave us fits and moments of the game. They wasn't consistent enough to stop us to where they won the game, but it did affect us in moments to make the game closer than what
it should have been.
Right.
100%, Zach. 100%.
Okay.
All right. So you gave the offensive line a B. And in the chat, I'm going to be polling out throughout the show. Different groups. I want to get your thoughts on this. Brett Sullivan coming in with the $5 super chat. Brody, I appreciate you. $4.99 super chat. He said, "Hate Vandy Week Kendrick voice. I hate the way they walk. Hate the way they talk. I hate the way they walk. The way they walk. I hate the way they dress. And Brett, I don't know if you meant that. Put hashtag hate Tennessee week. We done with Vandy. Vandy got their lick on us. We got to hopefully we see them in the SEC championship type deal, but it's hate Tennessee week, bro. So you might have to send another $4.99 just so we can have. I ain't telling you what you got to. I'm just saying so you can have it correct on record. Roll Tide. I'm just playing. But yeah, so I'm gonna poll it out in the chat real quick. Let me see. O line grade A, B. Oh snap! I didn't put enough. I'm sorry, y'all. In that, I ain't giving y'all that one. I didn't put enough options. don't pay attention now. O line grade A, B, C, D's. All right, Zach. So you got O line. You said B. We're gonna poll it out while we're talking about the O line. I mean, while they grade the O line in the poll, y'all check the poll in the chat. We got 83 live viewers, man. Make sure y'all run them likes up. We're at 51 likes already on the stream. We're at 78. I mean, my fault. 81 live on the stream. We got 53 over on Twitter. 51 likes on YouTube. Hey, if you're on Twitter, pull up on YouTube side, man. We got all the action over here. And we got 3 likes on Facebook, man. Tony Hawkins, appreciate you for pulling up and dropping that like on Facebook. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with your boy today on the Coach Smook Network. Got Zach on the line. He's in the game today grading out the Alabama offensive side of the ball. We're working on offense. We're going to transition to defense here. All right, offense. Zach, you gave O-line B-. What about your running backs? What are we grading the running backs for this week?
I also give the running backs a B. Jam would play good, but we expect more from our running backs, and that goes along with correlation to our offensive their run blocking. They need to be more consistent on that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll give them a B. They did good. They didn't do great, but they did good.
Okay. So we got so you said another B. So we got 2 B's right now. We're averaging a B right now offensively. All right, wide receivers and tight ends. Let's go. Let's separate them because I think our tight ends are really separating themselves and when I talk about how they just because you still waking up, that boy woke up 2 weeks ago, didn't it? You woke up 2 weeks ago. Appreciate the other $4.99 super chat, my boy. Just because I'm still waking up, appreciate you, Brett. But O-line, they said they O-line getting a B-. So a lot of people rocking with you, Zach, on that. And the running backs, you giving them a B also, which is pretty solid. We can rock with that. Now, wide receivers. What are we grading our wide receivers this week?
I'm still stuck on a B. They played good. Or actually, you know what? I'm gonna go B plus.
Okay.
With the wide receivers, they played a little more consistent than our O-line and running backs.
Oh Lord, hold on, Zach. Gotta cut you off. I got a real orange head in my chat. This dude, man, we've been going at it on Facebook for years. Chat, everybody on YouTube. Jack Pierce, if you're a real one, pull up on YouTube, man. Get your little orange self over here. I can't wait to light you up this week. I ain't seen you in about 2 years. I hope everything going good with you. I hate you. I hate you. You know I hate you. And it's good to see you, man. Good to see you. Glad you in the chat, bro. Appreciate you for pulling up. He said, man, Jack, you already know, bro. You already know. I was supposed to be coming up there this weekend. I was supposed to be coming up there, man. Hey, Pastor B, stick around to the end of the show. Stick around to the end of the show. We got a fair weather fan report that you all do not want to miss. You all do not want to miss this fair weather fan report. and it's going to be clipped. It's going to be clipped. I got the music ready and everything, so you do not want to miss this one. Oh, man, y'all! I can't wait. I can't wait. But yeah, everybody listening in the chat, thank y'all for pulling up. Zach, wide receiver grade, you said B plus. Let's go to the tight ends. What you grading our tight ends?
A B plus as well. They did good. They played right along with the how the wide receivers played. They played good. They didn't play again. The team didn't, as a whole, didn't play great. They played good on the offensive side. They didn't play great on the offensive side. We had a little backslide, and that was due to the scheme South Carolina was running, which it affected us a bit. But again, we're okay on the offensive side. The defensive side is what concerns me, and not the defensive line. The defensive line, I'm okay with. It's the linebackers and the secondary that's worrying me a bit.
Okay,
and,
let's finish our grades then. QB play.
I'll give Milrow a B.
Okay. And we got about a minute left, so we're gonna try to get through these defensive sides. Let's start with the secondary. What we grading our secondary for this South Carolina game?
I'll give our secondary C plus.
Okay.
They did improve from last week, but still we need to see consistency and intensity and effort. We and I think Keon Tab, there was one tackle that he missed, and he was, going to go in and lead with his shoulder, and he corrected himself and had redirected to make right tackle and everything, but because he readjusted it through his angle off, and the receiver was able to pull away from him. So I think that I see our secondary effort there again, but it's not quite to where we need it to be on a consistent basis to win us a championship.
All right, Zach, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I'm sorry. You getting into that analyst mode. You got to spit it out, bro. You got to spit it out. Pause. Right. All right. Linebackers. What we grading our linebacker play? That's interior and edge rush.
A B.
Okay, B.
No. Our linebackers, I give our linebackers a D.
Yeah.
They're not cutting it for me. The last 2 weeks, we need to see more intensity and effort and proper tackling from them. Okay, the defensive line, I give the defensive line a B plus.
Okay.
They're doing their job. We just need to see them execute
finish. If they finish, if our D line finishes a lot of times, or is able to be more consistent in how they disrupt, especially the perimeter run game, with how they're shooting gaps and they're tracking in their chase down lanes. If our D line was hustling like they were the first 2 weeks, we wouldn't. This defense, it works when it does what the mentality, the philosophy, the mindset is create. They call it swarm D. It's called swarm D for a reason. You have to swarm in order for it to be effective, which is the reason. And everybody keeps talking about depth and rotation. This is the reason why we rotate, because you're supposed to be out there going balls to the wall every second you're on the field. And when you burn out in 2 or 3 plays because you're going balls to the wall for 3 plays, you should either be coming off the field for turnover downs or getting ready to set up for another third and longer, third and passing. Some we're putting them in the pressures. We should like that's why we see the rotation the way it is. That's why it's not going to change the mentality. You got to get guys to buy into it. And once we do that, I think we see a totally different defense. Zach, we're going to open the phone lines up again. You know, the second half calling segment, man. You can call in and we can really dive into South Carolina week. I mean, not South Carolina, Tennessee week, man.
Yeah. All right. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, Zach.
Roll Tide to you, Coach Smook, and keep doing you, man.
You already know it, Zach. Nothing but authenticity above all over here, baby.
Correct.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Later.
Yes, sir. Roll Tide, Zach. Yeah, I appreciate Zach for calling in, man. Hey, listen, phone line is open, 334-625-1121. You're going to have 10 minutes. Zach is one of our personalities, so we always let our first call, our first personality get that extra 5, and he's a member of our AAA family and the team, the admin team here on Coach Smook Network. Shout out to my guy Zach, man, and shout out to all my breast cancer survivors. We cannot get through another show. I missed the whole show, and y'all didn't let me acknowledge our true warriors that are a part of this fan base and any fan base. If you're a cancer survivor or you're currently battling in a battle with breast cancer, any type of cancer, but this month we're acknowledging breast cancer survivors, breast cancer people who are battling with breast cancer. If you're a breast cancer survivor or you're battling with breast cancer, just know that Coach Smook Network and the AAA family is supporting you. Everything that we earned this month, we're giving doggone 20%. I said 20%. So that's 20 cents on the dollar. Every 20 cents on every dollar. We're donating to a certain breast cancer patient or survivor, breast cancer fighter, warrior, right? We're going to donate to them a random one. So if you know someone who's a Bama fan or somebody who would enjoy this show and would be blessed by, and we're raising a good little bit, y'all. We're raising a good little bit. October 31st, we're going to send it to them randomly, Cash App, Venmo, some type of way. If you know somebody that watches this show or would enjoy supporting this show and would appreciate being acknowledged for their fight, doing what they do, being faced with something so adverse and something so unwarranted, breast cancer, I hate it, man. It's taking some of the great ones, some of the best people in my life away from me. So yeah, I hate it, but I'm glad for those that don't give up and continue to fight. Shout out to my auntie Tammy, man. With her survivor, she's went through it twice. And I have a friend, a battle buddy, just the two I could think of right off the top of my head that have dealt with it. And we've had other instances in our family where we have some type of form of cancers. But we've also seen a lot of people in our family survive. My auntie Leisha, her and her fight with, man, it's just a lot. So cancer, F cancer, everybody, that's, we like to rock them shirts, save the boobies and all that stuff. But I'm telling y'all right now, this is a time and a place where we want to really appreciate those individuals who are doing that. So thank y'all. Sean Pauls told me, get a haircut. I look like a thug. Where my mods at? Are y'all asleep? My mods asleep? Like, shout out to Kareem Hood 40 with the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Kareem, my boy, you been coming through crazy, man. Let me see. We gotta add this. We gotta fix these banners up here. Let me acknowledge our co-sponsors on the stream, man. Let me update this. Let me see. Kareem Hood 40. My boy said I look like a thug. I look thuggish, y'all? Why somebody ain't tell me I look like a thug today? Oh, y'all, I thought y'all loved me, man. Facts, Dad. Hey, facts, Derek. I swear. My issue with that safety is there's no reason why we should be dropping back there. There should be an immediate rollout to get in the edge to the sideline and a clear option to throw it away. My issue with that safety was Jalen Merrill had the opportunity to step up in the pocket. And as the amount of experience he has under his belt now, your offensive line is already being put in a bad situation. your guy got beat because you extended the pocket for the defensive end or the edge rush to push you that way. You step up and through. You step up and out. You step up. You got a chance to either press the line of scrimmage to run, use your legs, create more space, possibly get a first down or create a better space for a punt, a solid punt, which shout out to James Burnham. We didn't say anything about James Burnham in the first call, but shout out to James Burnham. Shout out to James Burnham. Did his thing yesterday. And I definitely want to shout out the hands team. You know, shout them out because clearly they forgot to show up on their onside kick. So next time, hands team, if you on the roster and you're on the hands team, I don't know why you left before the game was over. We definitely needed you out there for the hands team. So make sure you're there next time. Don't leave early next game. That's all I got to say about it. But yeah. 856, I see you on the line. Get you on the line.
Call from
Rob from Jersey.
Oh, Rob from
to
Jersey.
accept, press.
Hey, Rob from Jersey, you trying to get in the game, my boy?
You already know I'm in the game, dog.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure you ain't say. You just said Rob from Jersey. I don't know if Rob from Jersey trying to get in the game. I don't know if Rob from Jersey trying to troll. What Rob from Jersey trying to do?
Come on, man. My nephew played for them. I ain't trolling, Bama. You crazy?
You already know it, man. Rob, appreciate you for calling in, man. How you feeling this morning, my guy?
I mean, I'm good, man. I just sit back and listen to your show, man. Which I love your show, man.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to everybody grade everything. When I talk to my nephew, man, about what's going on with Bama's defense, the truth of the matter is a lot of these guys are kind of like not so fully confident in what's going on right now. They don't have the confidence. They feel like certain scenarios, they're like, okay, like when we play certain teams that want to run, I'm not even going to say the name of the team, but, they run triple options or they're trying to run all these shovel pads. They're like, okay, why we only got 2 linemen and what's the deal? Like, they have a football savvy and knowledge of what should be going on. But they feel like, okay, well, the coach is, why he not doing what we want to do? Because we know if we see it and we're going to the sideline saying it to him, but he's going to run what he wants to run. And it's just like, come on, man. So it's a little bit of frustration out there with them guys too, man. A lot of people don't know this.
And this is what I alluded to last week when I saw Ray Parham come on later and come and said, give me the insight on what's happening with those players. And to me in this moment, Rod, and I don't mean to speak against your nephew.
It's Rob.
Rob, I'm sorry. I put Rod on there. I'm sorry. Rob.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Rob, not to speak ill against your nephew, but that's not becoming of a good leader. One, and then
right.
two, if you're talking about a transition from one coaching staff, you think they would be doing that crap against Saban with
right.
Coach Saban? You get what I'm saying? That's
you're exactly right. But see, my nephew, he was just telling me what's going on.
I know. No.
He know the deal. He knows.
Believe me,
at the end of the day,
believe me, Rob, you're talking to Smook here. Believe me, I got text messages, bro. Like I don't respond when I get in these conversations. I don't give an opinionated response. I'm just trying to be a soundboard for those sources and those personnel that are sharing these things. And you're absolutely right. The ones that are vocalizing what the problem is, they're not necessarily the problem. They're just not looked at as the alphas. You get what I'm saying? They're not the alphas in mainstream media. So mainstream media gives the alphas this extra sense of mentality, tone setting mentality of what the Alabama defense and mindset is, and that's not the case right now. And I think this week, based off of some of the things that was said yesterday, I think this week we're going to see a lot of new faces on the defense in rotation with the opportunities.
Yeah, I think it should be, because every team that we've been playing lately has run hurry up offense the whole game. And I don't know if they see something like, okay, you know what, these guys' depth, they're not using all their depth. I mean, I've seen a lot of guys laboring out there because of the fact that they just running hurry up. Last 2 games, they just same guys in. But let's talk about the real quick, the linebackers.
Yep.
I don't know. For me, I see a decline in some of the linebacker play. Like last week, to me, I felt like Jefferson made 2 good plays, and after that, it was over for him. Lawson is out there, and Lawson is not our best cover guy, truthfully.
He's not
But
our
there were
best
times,
linebacker in
period,
overall. If
period.
I'm being honest, and I don't know if you was in here when I said it. If I'm being honest, I think you could slide Russo with the amount of Wolf personnel we have and their effectiveness. You're talking about Yanzi Pierre has got in and provided some quality spot reps.
Mm-hmm.
Keanu Colt gives you quality reps every time he's on the field. Q Rob has been your most consistent as far as effort and production. Q Rob has been your most consistent. Quay Russo is giving you everything that he gives you, right? Slide him inside, free up Jahad Campbell to go to the edge and rotate with that Wolf position and really rotate and spot play Deontay Lawson while you got Russo and Jefferson Manning, your Mike and your Will in the middle.
And
That's why I think.
See, I love this because we're on the same page. And this is what I was saying, because if you always look, you'll see Campbell come out and then Jefferson come in, and then Campbell comes back in, and then Jefferson's out. Never takes out Lawson at all. They never take Lawson out. And I don't know what they trying to promote him for something like, oh, well, he's going to be in the league. Man, listen, at the end of the day, we trying to win some games, damn it. That's it. You know, and my thing is, too, man, you know, a lot of people don't know Campbell has been playing with a bad shoulder since Georgia.
It looked like it.
Know that.
It looked like it, man. I said the
bro,
hand.
What I'm telling you.
I've been seeing the hand, but I didn't know it was the shoulder too.
It's the shoulder. It's not. It's the shoulder. He got hurt in the Georgia game, and he has had a bad shoulder since the Georgia game. I'm talking about rotator cuff type. So he shouldn't even really. Actually, they wanted to kind of like say, you know, you're done today. You're done. Maybe because he's like, hell no, I'm playing. Because the injury that he has, and you know what it probably is. Yeah, he can be done for the season.
You can be done for the season, and then that also starts to turn draft stock and everything. People start turning it. I don't think Jahad Campbell will ever be in threat of losing draft stock because of an injury.
Oh no, not at all. Not at all.
And that's what I want players. I want players, and I want this staff and to be confident enough to make those decisions. That's what made Coach Saban so great. He was confident in his ability to make the best decisions when it came to players' careers, as far as furthering them. When it came to managing injuries, yeah, he trusted them. But at the same time, when he saw there was no means to the end for a player to put their body on the line, when you have these other players that need opportunities to prove themselves, Jahad Campbell needs to dial it back, man, because a game like Tennessee, I can't have a hurt Jahad Campbell out there. We already got Deontay Lawson not being consistent. We can't have a hurt Jahad Campbell out there, and then Jefferson coming back from an injury.
Like you said, personally, I think Jahad is the best linebacker, period, because he can cover. He's most versatile. He can play anywhere on the damn field. And I love the fact that you mentioned Q-Rob. Let me tell you something. I have never seen the misuse of a killer on the outside as far as rushing the quarterback ever. They need to have that dude constantly him, Quay. Let's keep our killers on the field, man. Then we rotate them once in a while. And now Alexander's back. They're not even putting him in the rotation at all. I mean, I'm just so confused right now, bro. I'm so confused.
Okay, and this is my thing with Alexander. So everybody knows Alexander came in as an edge rusher, a true edge rusher. He got converted to interior linebacker during the late stages of this Saban transition. Came into spring, they like what they evaluate him at. The injury set him behind coming into fall, set him behind. And even I think it was like the second week in. We were set up for a nice 4-man rotation at the interior linebacker rotation. And you're talking about Jefferson and Campbell both played the Mike and the Will. So and people don't understand the difference. Like your mic is play calling. So anytime you can have Campbell, and that's to your point, Rob. Anytime you can have Campbell and Jefferson on the field, like the first drive, I saw Campbell, Jefferson, Lawson, and Q-Rob on the field at the same time in the first drive. It was 3 plays.
Yes,
3 plays. And when I say take away the run game, because you got a tenacious Q-Rob who made it 6'4", right? 6'5", 245, 250. Not huge like your 6'5", 6'4", 270, 280 defensive end, but his wingspan, that 6'7" wingspan, when he's rushing the edge, that helps him when he could generate that power, that rate of force that he generates through his lower body and can turn over into his upper body and press force. He creates so much space when he's pressing the edge on tackles and tight ends that if you run a perimeter run game to the side, he's already given himself that momentum, that stabilization to push off, and has the speed to track the perimeter run game. So if we don't see that adjustment, then I'm going to start having questions about Kane Womack. I'm going to start having questions about Christian Robinson and how he's handling outside linebacker rotation, right? Because that's his group. Then I'm also have questions about the defensive line stunts, because those bandits and wolves, when they walk down to that technique, they're getting those calls from Freddie Roach. They're getting those stunts and those slant calls from Freddie Roach. So that's what this week. If we don't see those immediate changes, personnel and effort, then I'm gonna start questioning Kane Womack and what mentality is he allowing this defense to establish. Because at this point, I'm the coach. I don't care what you think you're doing or what you know as a player. I'm the freaking coach.
Exactly. Well, one last thing before I hang up, man, talk about Tennessee. Man, listen, I've been watching Tennessee, and I coached for 25 years, and I evaluate film very well. Let me tell you something. That quarterback they have, he will give up that money. That quarterback will give up that money.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, he stares down his receivers.
Mm-hmm.
When you put pressure on him, when you get hands on him, he'll fumble that ball. Man, this is a go-get-'em game.
Yep.
This can't be sit back and, well, let's see what they're going to do. This has to be a go-get-em. I mean, make this kid, because this is a redshirt freshman. He should not be allowed in the SEC to be that comfortable. It's not permitted. It's not going to happen. We have to go and get him. Make him make quick decisions. Make him throw bad passes. Make him just so uncomfortable to the point he says, you know what? Oh, man, what is going on? Like, we want to confuse this dude. We want to get so far in his head and hurt his body. We have to go and get him. Do not sit back and wait to see, is this what I planned for? To see if they're going to do this play. No, go get him. You got to make it happen.
Man,
make it happen.
Rob.
Make everything happen.
Rob, I don't know if you was watching my show back in late July. We started talking about Alabama, Tennessee. We was breaking it down, and I got the VOD ready. I'm going back to clip it today. If you know what I'm saying, hopefully it all lines up like I wanted to, because I got a few Bama content creators that's been whining, and they talking all this noise about Nico going to light us up and all of this, right? And I want to go back and I want to highlight some of the stuff that they said on my show about Tennessee and what we was gonna do. And I want them to see how quick they switch up, right? How quick they switch up. But I do believe, to your point, Rob, I do believe that Kane Womack needs to that switch that he had at Indiana, that switch that he had at South Alabama, that switch that I mean, it's been a switch for him. It's always been the first 5 or 6 games where you see Kane Womack's worst product. Even at Indiana, that was their worst product. You know, Indiana still ended that season as a top 10 defense the year he was the defensive coordinator. Their first week statistically was their worst production. Just so happened they just happened to be a great defense that year. But that first 6 weeks was their worst production of the season. So if this is our worst production of the season, if Kane Womack, and I'm not saying this is what it's going to happen, but if that's his MO, if the first 6 weeks as a defensive coordinator / defensive play caller with a new team is his worst production, if we can get better from here, we're in good shape. We're in good shape against the rest of the country. We're in good shape because getting better from here for us means making tackles, being more comfortable with sending the pressures and trusting those guys to send the pressures and give 100% effort sending those pressures. But you got to secure the tackles. And if we're being honest, Rob, if I call 5 blitzes in the first quarter and I get home on 3 of those, but I miss 2 of the tackles, I'm doing myself a injustice if I continue to call those blitz calls.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing myself an injustice because now they're exerting extra energy and they're not completing the play. And then later on in the game, when I need that call, they're already tired. They already haven't been executed. So that now we're adding an extra mental block into that equation. And I'm in a bad position as a coordinator. I can't continue to put players in bad position. So guess what? Let me try to get them to play safe and keep everything in front of them so I can put them in position to make tackles. And guess what? This game, I will say this. They did tackle a little bit better. We went from 19 missed tackles to 9 this game. So thank God for that. But definitely got to see some more consistency with the intensity. Final thoughts, Rob?
Hey, man, listen, roll tide. I'm locked in on this game, man. And Hey man, I know we can win. We got the talent. We can win. We can win. We can win out. That's my confidence level. We can win out.
100%.
We can win out.
100%. I'm with you. I'm rocking with
All right,
it.
brother. Enjoy your show as always, man. Good talking to you. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, Rob. Thank you for calling in, bro.
Sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's Rob on the line, man. Rob from Jersey. And if y'all don't know whose uncle that is, that's Jihad's uncle. So he knows when I'm talking if I was talking a lot of craziness, people like that. And I want y'all to understand. That this is we already got confirmation. If y'all haven't been paying attention, we already got confirmation that this dude ain't capping. He ain't like the guy that said that he was who dad they said we ran into who dad we ran into show. I don't know if show watching. Somebody on that was that was Georgia tailgate, Georgia game. Whose dad somebody was claiming to be somebody's dad, and they did not look like that person, like they was that person's dad. It was one of the offensive linemen. Who was it? Oh yeah, he was fullback and tight end. Physicality is his mentality, bro. I want to acknowledge some comments, some sparks before we go into our next segment of the show. Let me put the show schedule back on the screen for y'all, so we can stay on track, because we are fire right now. We are fire. So we coming up to the 9:30. What we got? We got the morning check-in intro to Tennessee, call in. Okay, we at the end of the call in, right? So at 9:30, first thought calling segment 9:30. Oh, keys to victory. We're gonna really break it down. We're gonna jump into Alabama versus Tennessee. I'm gonna pull our stats up after our break, and we're gonna jump into it, man. I think we got a good chance, a good path to success for this game. I think our weaknesses line up, and they kind of, we get to hide our weaknesses because that's their weaknesses too, especially offensively. Defensively, they have some issues too. We got some issues. I think our issues are more fixable than theirs. I think with the passing attack, we're going to have more opportunities to create turnovers. I think our secondary plays better against these type of quarterbacks, y'all. They really do. Unless Nico comes out and tries to run all over us and they go into this crazy triple option, we do good handling the regular run game. It's when the quarterback's legs can be implemented. That's when we struggle. So hopefully if we see Josh Heupel, I know Josh Heupel's going to change it up, man. Oh my God, he's going to give Nico that option, put him in the quarterback run game. I think we can get a hit on Nico. If our guys play physical, we get a hit on Nico, that changes up the whole momentum. We see Dylan Sampson get a lot of the handoff, a lot of the carries, right? Take Nico out of the run threat. I forget the relief running back. He's scatty too. He's shifty too. You box in those doggone wide receivers. You don't let those slots get in one-on-ones on Red Morgan or Malachi, right? We might have to shell and show two pre-snap. We got to confuse them, but definitely I want to see 4 and 5 man pressures the whole game. There's no reason that I should not see drop 8 ever the whole game. I don't care if it's fourth and 17. We got to go after the quarterback. Make him get the ball out of his hands. That's the philosophy you have to live with now. If you're dropping 8 on 4th and passing in this day and age, there's a higher chance of them getting the first down because number one, conversion play. The PI. Dial it up. Let's dial up the PI. Well, I want to acknowledge that comment. What's another one? I seen another one that I highlighted. Did I get everybody on the banner too? Let me get this show banner, co-sponsor banner back up. That's one highlight I wanted to highlight. And then when I was talking about that personnel grouping, that 4-2-5, I want everybody to understand, if y'all really think about that personnel grouping I called out that we had on the field, we had Q-Rob, we had Justin Jefferson, we had Jahad Campbell and Deontay Lawson. Q-Rob was playing defensive end. You had LT Overton. You had Tim Smith and Tim Keenan as your 3 down defensive linemen. And then in the secondary, you had 5 DBs. But then when they went heavy, We took Q-Rob off the field. We brought Ja Latham. We brought in Jordan Renard. We brought in Damon Payne. And we allowed some of those bigger defensive ends to play this wide end technique, this wide nine similar to wide nine, kind of, or the head up technique over the tackle, the even technique. We went 4 true defensive linemen at points, three linebackers, 2 linebackers. I'm sorry, and brought on the 5th DB. Back to our 4-2-5, and people were so raving about that formation. That's still a variation of 4-2-5 for all you people that's saying that this scheme don't work. It's a variation of it. It's all alignment. It's all alignment and personnel. That's how you decipher it. So for everybody saying that it's not working, those plays that you were so happy about where we got those sacks and those turnovers, we were in the 4-2-5. Just so y'all know. Number 9 needs more opportunities for sure. We have to keep up with them. Megan, you 100%. Keys to success. I was going to jump into that. So we're going to jump into that today, man. Let me see if I missed any comments. Let me get some more comments. Megan, you 100% with that one, though. What Dwight at? Hey, Dwight. So I got a video. Y'all going to see Lawson go off this week. I hope so. I hope so, because the thing is, we've seen it happen. We've seen it happen. We've seen it happen. Go back and watch the Iowa game. Iowa doesn't have near the caliber of defense that Alabama has, and y'all don't have near the caliber of offensive line that you had in the Iowa game. You're struggling. You're missing a right guard or a right tackle. I can't remember which one it is. Jack, you got a lot to talk about. The phone line is going to be open in a second. We about to talk about Tennessee here after this break. As soon as we get back from this break, man, y'all pull up. Y'all pull up. Make sure y'all pull up on the calling line. Travis Hamilton. Uh-oh. Ooh. Hey, Travis, you know what? One thing about this, Freddie Rose didn't have a problem with gap contain. You understand that's what he taught primarily under Coach Saban. That's what he taught primarily under Coach Saban. And his first round draft prospects, they played that scheme. 2-gap scheme. Gap control. That's what they did. I'm just saying, Travis, before you come in here just yelling and crying and stuff, just kind of slow it down. At least say, hey, what's up? Roll Tide, something. You come in crying. This ain't that type of channel, buddy. We give you all the energy you want. This boy said Iowa. Go watch Iowa game. You have, and Oklahoma shut it up. Jack Pierce, did you watch your Oklahoma? We got new scheme, buddy. You're trying to teach players how to adapt to a new scheme. They're used to one way. And I will be honest, our D linemen struggle with shooting their gaps right now. They're not consistent in that, because when they do what the play call is designed to do, you see Tim Smith, Tim Keenan, Damon Payne. You saw Jaheim Otis week 1 do it. Use the athleticism. Get your hands up, rip. Get to your gap. Shoot the gap. Fire off Tim Smith. Bull rush. That bull rush from our interior D line is nice when we let them do it. And the stunts, the 5-to-1 stunt, the 5-to-1 stunt is nasty. Kane Womack is dialing it up. Not enough though. We need it. We need more of it. It is. It's the same schematical makeup. 4-2-5. We ran variations of the 4-2-5 scheme in Coach Saban's defense. That's the point I'm making. People saying it's not the scheme, or people that saying it's the scheme. We've seen this scheme ran against Coach Saban. It ran under Coach Saban. That's what we're talking about. So before you come in with that fair, hey, where my boy Dougie? Get the alert ready. I'm feeling it. How do you consider that to be that talent? You crying too much, man. Somebody get the button. He crying. Get that fair weather fan. After this break, I'm gonna open the phone lines for you. You can call in and talk about it. Cry about it. Whatever you want to do. You can call in and talk about it. After this break, y'all, pull up, man. We're gonna talk about my keys to success that I see for our Tennessee, this Alabama versus Tennessee game. In our Crimson Tide this week. Listen, after this infomercial, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna ramp it up. So when you call in, bring that energy. We're talking Alabama, Tennessee after this break. If you're not a member of the AAA family, you need to think about becoming one. But if you are one, thank you, man. Thank you. Right now, this is how you become a member of the AAA family. And also, don't forget to check out our merch and shout out to our sponsors, man. Long infomercial break coming up. And then after this, we're diving into the second half of our show. Thank y'all for being here on the Coach Smook Morning Call-In Show. Hey, Monday Morning Call-In Show. We here with it, baby. Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. And each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. If you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Did somebody say put me in the game? The time has finally come. Here at the Coach Smook Network, we are officially launching our first merchandise line. We will have a lineup of t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies available, with more items to come in the future. The way you can find these items is by simply going to the YouTube page, clicking on the links, and you will see the Coach Smook Network merchandise link below. Or during our live stream, type in the chat !merch, and you will see the link come up. And from that website, you can purchase all the variety of merchandise that we have available. Don't wait too long. Don't wait until it gets close to the end. Coach Smook Network is growing fast, and I'm glad to be a part of what we're building here. Thank you for your support, and go get your merch, man.
It's here. Authenticity above all. AAA family. Coach Smook. You know what it is.
Leandre Gotte Giusto.
Yeah, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Alabama versus Tennessee, man. Number 7 versus number 11. The 7-11 7-11 out here in the gang. 7-11. What y'all got on this 7-11 game? So we look at the matchup, man. I'm gonna pull up the ESPN preview tracker, man, and I'm not gonna get in depth with my analysis. I really want to open these phone lines. I want to give my guy, what's his name? What is Travis? I want to give the Fairweather fan a opportunity to call in and set his tone, because he coming off real Fairweatherish. That's all it is. You know what? And that's why I like having phone call segments, because honestly, man, if you really got something to say, you'll call in and say it. Don't hide behind your keyboard and all that stuff, text messages and all. You really got something to say, you call in and say it. Whether it's to me or to the fan base or whatever, you'll call in and say it. You know, that's what we about. You know, that's what real people do. You know, that's what they do. They talk. When they feel strongly about something, they speak on it. Or they just be quiet and watch it, do whatever it's gonna do. But a lot of y'all Fairweather fans aren't confident in what you're saying, so you rather hide behind the words and the typing of a keyboard instead of say it, putting it on wax, because then we could hear that quiver in your soft fandom and that voice of yours with that softness. But right after this, man, we're gonna open the phone lines up. JB, I seen your message. Anyway, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got 94 in the chat on YouTube, 77 in the chat on Twitter. Appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. We got this show rolling this morning. I agree, but those close games were because of halftime adjustment. One of our greatest strengths. We haven't really seen that this season. We've kind of been holding on, if that makes sense. I think we just played from behind, brother. That takes coaching adjustments, Dougie. I think y'all really get caught up in the hype, like the emotions of like the high points in the game, and don't look at the small things that happen. Like, y'all complained about adjustments on the defense. A lot of Fairweather fans, they complain about adjustments on defense. I literally saw us go from even to odd, even, odd on their first drive, which what? They did not score. They had a 10-play, 11-play first drive or something like that. Yeah, we had them scoreless the whole first quarter while we were making adjustments. Second quarter, they make adjustments, they score. We go back out, we score. We hold the lead, go back out the end the second quarter, put ourselves in bad position with a bad pass play. Right play call, right read. Put ourselves in bad position, but that's neither here nor there. I'm done breaking it down for y'all. I'm just going to continue to come back here every week, and when I see the Fairweather fans come in crying, I'm gonna address them, and then I'm gonna just keep on moving. But we open this week, y'all. We open this week. Let me share a screen right here. We open this week as a 2.5 point favorite. 2.5 point favorite over Tennessee, which is about where I had my score. I had us winning by a total of 9. When I started looking at Coach Smook metrics, you know, and we're dialing in those metrics in as we continue to get stats. Consistent stats are starting to show up these last 3 weeks, and it's something that's going to determine how this game turns out. So you look at the spread is 2.5. Alabama, they're giving us 2.5. So basically, they're looking at us to win by a field goal, and they're saying that the score is going to be under 55. That's what they're trying to say. I think it's going to be over 55. I'm not even going to lie. I think it'll be over 55. One of these offense will get going early, and this game is going to be one of those games where going early offense, whoever can make the halftime adjustments at half, defensively, the offense will benefit from those defensive adjustments. Meaning, and this Tennessee team, as much as we want to talk about Nico's arm, as you can see, they really not had that great of production from him with efficiency. You know, QBR 51.4, and mind you, this is a freshman, guys. This is a true freshman. This is a young man that's going to be great. I'm still keen on that. I'm not saying that he's trash or anything, but he's a true freshman. And with a true freshman, you're going to see these type of games, these type of slumps, and this type of production. So you look at this game, man. The yards are there. That 7-3 touchdown to pass ratio, that's not solid. Let's look at some of these game logs, man. Let's look at some of his performances from early in the season because he's going to be a key factor to how we win. Number one, disrupt. Coach Smook's 3 keys to success right here against Tennessee. Disrupt Nico. You see, they're not giving him a lot of opportunities to pass the ball. No more than 30 pass attempts this whole season. In games where he needed to pass, you see where his completion percentage, he dropped badly against Oklahoma. Well, stayed around the same. But Oklahoma's defense definitely gave him fits. Brent Venables and they just couldn't hold on to the ball that game. But you look at teams that give this young man problems, the pressures that they dial up, 47% of pressures on Nico get home. 47, that's a high percentage. That's a high success rate. All right, 47%. We got to get our dial up pressure percentage up. Because right now, Kane Womack is nowhere near that 54, 56% from South Alabama play calling style that we were expecting. He's nowhere near it. We're sitting right at 43%. Pressures are dialed up pressures. Dialed up pressures. We got to get up. Got to get up to that 49, 52 range with this defense. With this defensive play, with this style of defense, and these type of athletes, you got to get that percentage up. All right. I understand you want to play safe, keep everything in front of you guys, but you got some super athletes. Let your back end guys be a little bit more instinctive. That's what's going to make this defense really grow and develop. I don't have a problem with some of with a lot of your play calling, Kane Womack. It's the play calling in key moments where I feel like you need to let your dogs be dogs. Be more consistent in that, because when you do it, look at what happens. We create turnovers. We create bad passes. We create 4th downs. And then it's on the players. If they go for it on 4th down, we gotta get off the field. Stop getting ticky-tack fouls and roughing the passes. We have to disrupt Nico, and the way you do that is dial up the pressure. Dial up the pressure. Please be reminded that the Fairweather fans said we could lose to Wisconsin, UGA, and possibly South Carolina. Yes, 100%. 100%. Tennessee has been looking real Ole Miss-ish. Did you not watch this Florida game? Did you not watch that simple drop coverage where Nico they had a too high safety look, and the corner was literally bailing to the hook flat. Look, he didn't have nothing in front of him, so he just kept dropping back. He looks at that dig route come across. Corner looks and sees his linebacker, passes it off to the linebacker. Linebacker just dropping right underneath. And I don't know what Nico was trying to do. And he honestly should have had 3 picks this game. Should have had 3. Florida dropped 2 of them. That was about a 50-50 ball he should have had picked off. But it was a few of them. So Tennessee they're not as good as everybody wants to give him. And then he's not as effective in the run game as everybody's trying to make it out to be. So for everybody to keep talking about his legs, he's not as effective. Even when he's scrambling, he's had maybe 1 or 2 design run calls, which we know that is not something that Josh Heupel is used to doing. You've seen him with Milton and Hendon Hooker. He benefited from having those guys being able to use them in the run game effectively. These are not effective rush numbers. These are not effective rush numbers, especially coming out of a game like against a team like Florida. They got a few good hits on them. How healthy can he be? So key number 1, disrupt Nico. Let me hurry up and get my points out the way so I can open this phone line up in about 10 minutes here. All right, key number two. Pace, tempo. And everybody thinks I'm going to talk about offensive tempo. I'm talking about defensive tempo. Let's go to this game right here. I'm gonna look at Tennessee's offensive play calling. Let me look at the box score. Not box score. Let me see. Here it is. Tempo. So I'm gonna tell you this. Tennessee went for it on 4th and 2 in this game, and I think 4th and 7. Jack, I can't remember. I think in Florida game, Tennessee went for it on 4th and 2 and 4th and 7. I think those were the two games. What's up, Shanae? Welcome to the chat. VP, what's good, man? Oh yeah, they did, and we do that. That's the thing. Like, I think people get so hyped and get so emotional because they saw Vandy run a different style of offense that we're not going to see, right? And then we saw South Carolina do one or two plays from it, and they got positive yardage. It ain't like they scored off of these plays. They got positive yardage, and people are like, oh, they're going to the same play for Ben. Yeah, it got 8 yards. It got 8 yards. The second time they ran it, they got a -2 yards. Come on, man. Actually, they couldn't even do the shovel. They couldn't even do the shovel because we played it right. So chill out, man. But he took too many hits early in the season. He got reset. Oh yeah, 100%. But I'm looking at these numbers. Let me pull these numbers back up. Here we go. I don't want to get sidetracked again. Yeah, we got about 9 minutes. Then we go open the phone line. So third down efficiency. Check this out. Third down efficiency. We saw Florida who ended up having to put DJ Lagway out there. I like my chances with Jalen Miro and him having opportunities to make against 15 opportunities to convert third downs is what I see. 15 opportunities. Tennessee's defense has problems too, and their problem is the same as ours: tackling. Who can tackle better this game? Tennessee still had tackling problems against Florida. 13 missed tackles that game. 13 missed tackles. Guess how many missed tackles they had against Arkansas? 17. So statistically they're getting better, but anytime you have double-digit missed tackles, that's a problem. Make sure y'all keep hitting the like button. Y'all see my brother Zach asking for y'all to hit the like button. We sitting at 59 likes. We got 66 likes. And we got 96 concurrent viewers right now in the chat. So if you're getting the ad right now, just stick around. Watch the ad for your boy. But back to the stats, back to the numbers, y'all. Back to the numbers. What I was looking at, it was another number I wanted to highlight for y'all. Let me scroll down and look at it. All right, look at the success though that these quarterbacks, Graham Mertz and DJ Lagway, had against Tennessee. Average yards per pass. You don't see them taking a lot of deep threats, but they were very efficient in hitting the shorts, the quick passes, the screens, the intermediates. They had a few crossers that DJ Lagway missed on. They had a few deep out routes that he missed on. You see how he was able to create more space and time climbing the pocket. You look at what Tennessee does. You see DJ Nico. He's not killing them with the deep pass. He's not killing teams with the deep pass. It's that short, quick pass game. So vision coverage, read and react coverage should be a marquee matchup for this team. And I'm not, and if I'm Kane Womack, I'm not allowing any of my, honestly, for this game, personnel wise, if I'm Kane Womack, one of the keys that I'm trying to take away is tempo. If I'm trying to control tempo defensively, you know what I'm sitting out there? I'm not sitting any heavy sets. I'm living with my light work. I'm living with my speed on the field. I'm living with my sure tackling. I'm living with my one-on-one and zero coverage. My one high and my zero coverage. I'm living with that this game. You have to, because they have a solid run game. So you got to be able to commit 5, 6 resources, and your 5 on the back end. Your 5 on the back end have to be able to cover. You have to have that one. You have to have linebackers that can attack gaps, but also contain the quarterback and spy gap responsibility. These are all the small things when I talk about tempo that will control the tempo. Can we get him behind the sticks? Josh Heupel in this offense, any positive plays that get him back on the ball? Can we be disruptive on first down? We've shown flashes of it. How consistent can we be? That's key number 2. Key number 3, as we continue to just kind of dive into the numbers. Turnovers. You see, they have the same problem as us. They don't have a lot of turnovers. Tennessee don't have a lot of turnovers. They have some uncharacteristic turnovers the last 2 games, right? But against athletic defenses, which team can secure the ball fastest? The key to our success, Alabama, you have to create multiple turnovers with this young quarterback. When we dial up pressure, when we slow down the tempo, we have to speed up the play by dialing up pressure. That's how you create turnovers. Slow down the tempo by creating negative plays, but in the play, you speed up the play by sending pressure. Kane Womack, this is your chance to really ink your name in on this contract as the Alabama defensive coordinator. Christian Robinson, Freddie Roach, You know what else I would like to see from this game that I believe we will have a lot of success from, that Coach Saban had a put a stamp on, and Kirby Smart has put a stamp on it too. Hell, I'll even give Mentor from Michigan last year. He put his stamp on it too last year. The slot corner blitz, the slot safety blitz. We need that this game. We need that this game. We need those strong front slants and those wide stunts, those twists, where the front is slanting one way and your two resources from the middle are coming opposite angles, swerving around, and you got the short corner blitz coming from that side that he thinks is going to be, and you're rolling coverage over top from the blitz side. I love it. I love it. I would love to see it. Kane Womack, I would love to see it. I would love to see it. I think we see the defense with better focus and unleash the true swarm beat. If we see week one type effort, our defense, we're not complaining about our defensive scheme. I guarantee you. A lot of you fans that keep talking about Kane Womack, if we see effort, we're not complaining about this scheme. I don't care what y'all say. This is going to be a game of which team wants to get their act together first, because both teams haven't lived up to their ability yet. I think Tennessee has done exactly what I expected. If Tennessee was doing crazy numbers offensively and going into league play, then I would be scared. But I expected Nico to have those type of showings. This is the quarterback that's going to be great. Tennessee's defense hasn't been great. They weren't great last year. They had a solid defensive front. Their linebacker play was immaculate, and their secondary was horrible. They have the same issues this year, and they don't have the same type of linebacker play. But of course, against Alabama, we're going to see a defensive end or edge rusher emerge, and our tackles are going to step up again and play a solid game. I really want our tackles to play a complete game today too. I mean, this weekend too. I want to see them play a complete game. Have come to the conclusion this is a rebuilding season and expect 2 more losses plus no playoffs this year. Sound alert, y'all. Sound alert. Sound alert. Sound alert. That ain't if that ain't fair weather talk, that's that boy. Woo! Woo! There you go, Deggy. There you go. Tennessee defense gonna shock you. Bro. All right. I'm gonna let you. Jack. The phone line is gonna be open in about 3 minutes. The phone line is gonna be open in about 3 minutes, Jack. You can call in, my guy. Coach Smook, Roll Tide, great to see you, man. Roll Tide, Roll Chat, ready to beat them balls. GT18, 100%, man. Welcome to the chat, my guy. Glad to see you back on the real content side. Shade. Yeah, we here, man. So who's our losses going to be to? Because Georgia and Texas play this weekend, right? Texas still hasn't been challenged. Oklahoma was their cake. Their cake this year, like I told everybody at the beginning of the season. Their cake, they won't figure it out. Who's our next 2 losses? LSU, we gonna go into LSU. You saw Ole Miss play LSU, right? You saw what Ole Miss happened to Ole Miss. You saw how LSU, their weaknesses against Ole Miss. I think we have a better run game than Ole Miss when we use it, right? You think we gonna lose to Tennessee, Michelle? It ain't keep it real. That's fair weather. When you come in and you haven't seen your team take a snap against this team yet, against those teams, and you think we're going to lose to them? One week you said we was going 12-0. What happened? One week we going 12-0. Then the next week we're about to lose 2 more. What does that mean, Death Valley? What does that mean? Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin gave that game away. LSU was about to lose to Ole Miss. Bro, come on. Here we go. We got 2 more. I got 45 seconds for this last take. So I said number 1, disrupt Nico. Number 2, tempo. Defensive side, not offensive. Defensive side, we need to establish the tempo. Get them in negative plays first down. Disrupt Nico early. Any third and passes, we can't sit back and try to play coverage. Can't give them time. Got to be disruptive. Got to keep somebody at his feet. Got to keep somebody pressed in the pocket. And number three, we have to create turnovers. We have to win the turnover battle. We have to win the turnover. I think we have opportunity to create 2 or 3 interceptions this game. Michelle, that's not true, baby. That's not true. He was in here 3 weeks ago after the Georgia game, singing praises. Can I get a receipt, squad? Can I get a receipt, squad? Get a receipt emoji going in the chat. We gotta get some more special emojis for our members. Anybody can lose any game at any point, Michelle. That's an irrelevant statement. I'm telling you, this fair weather fandom, I can't wait till it gets on quiet mode and y'all come in talking like y'all was just these solid fans and that y'all believe the whole season and all this. I can't wait. Coach Sean, if you listening, I can't wait till the end of the season. When you doing that pessimistic, give me that pessimistic speech again. And you got to retrack again, brother, like I had you last season. Took y'all to the Michigan game, one snap to finally want to try to unload. But during that game when we were playing a tough game, oh my God, I wish you could have seen Jance and all that crying. Oh, my brothers, I can't wait. I can't wait to have y'all on the screen. One ply. We got that one ply. We got some one ply. There we go. There go the receipt emoji. There we go.
This guy got 4 fingers for real.
Curtis, I got 100% confidence that we're winning this game. I don't care that we're not winning by 15 and 21 and 30. Go look at the scores from the last 3. We had the greatest quarterback of all time, and we had to go get into shootouts 3 games that year. The greatest quarterback to come through Alabama statistically, Bryce Young. And then he won a game against a non-bowl eligible Auburn team, right? 4 overtimes, and we're complaining. Fair weather. That's what I'm saying. Fair weather. Fair weather. Very much fair weather energy. And I'm calling it out. Phone line is open. 334-625-1121. Again, 334-625-1121. Fair weatherness is welcome. This segment is brought to you by the AAA family. This calling segment, Second Thought calling segment, brought to you by the AAA family. Listen, when you call in, final thought calling segment. When you call in, say your name, put me in the game, coach. I'll get you on the line. Call in, bring your fair weather energy because I got some energy now. Let me reload on the water. Got a call on the line. 256.
From
This is Greg. Put me in the game, coach.
accept.
Greg, you in the game. Talk to me, bro. How you feeling this morning?
I am feeling not fair weather. How about that?
I feel you on that, bro. I can tell by the tone of your voice.
Oh my God, people! Jesus Christ! Let's get for real.
It's bad, man.
Everybody's lucky. I'm off today. I'm off work today. I went and had a good workout. Been thinking about a lot of stuff. And Smoke, I totally agree. I'll usually agree with you all the time on a lot of stuff. We kind of have the same, Brett. I love your points to victory. But here's the thing that I'm getting really PO'd about, like all these stupid writers that don't know shit about football. They look, South Carolina's defense. I was watching them the last couple of weeks, and I know they had a bad game against Ole Miss. Dude, I've seen every game. I've rewatched every game. They're the best defense we've played. It's not even close. They're better than Georgia. I'm sorry. Their 2 defensive ends are first-round picks when they decide to go. Okay? I'm sorry. Their linebackers are good. That safety is freaking good. That play he made on Milroe in the end zone, I don't blame Milroe on that. That dude's a baller, man. Please, people.
Greg,
get for real.
That's an NFL caliber read. That's an NFL caliber read from the defensive back.
He came off his guy, and you know what? Jeremy Bernard didn't even know where he came from. So, give them their due, folks. I am telling you, their defense is legit. Their defense can hang with anybody. Their problem all year has been their offense. They've been on the field a lot. But come on, people. Please, this is fact. The best team we have played on defense, they're better than Georgia. I'm sorry. They're a lot better than Georgia. They had a great game plan. They're going to shut Ryan Williams down. We had a couple receivers that didn't get to play. We're a little short on that end. We still won. It wasn't great. I knew it was going to be an ugly game. I just knew it was. I'm sorry. It was going to be an ugly game. You know what? If you take away that 16-play, 9-minute, I know you can't, with those third down conversions, we played good on third down. Okay? We were doing great. And we just got to figure that part out. And I agree with you, Smoke. Like, when I was watching some of that South Alabama defense, man, I mean, Kane Moment, man, he was just like...
dialing it up, right?
He was dialing it up, confusing quarterbacks.
I mean,
I
like,
love it when we bring.
you know what? His video game, aggressive pressure style, is what made me have confidence. I'm like, man, you about to come here. You about to let all the dogs loose. And we saw it week 1. We saw it week 2. We saw it week 3. And then we saw it against Georgia. And when we dial it up, it's effective. Like, for real, when we dial it up. And then when we stop doing it the second half, I'm like, okay, maybe it's just because we're in the lead. We saw how that bit us in the butt. But then we go against Vandy. You can't dial it up against Vandy against the triple option, right? That spread option. It ain't triple option. I want everybody to rephrase. That spread option. It's a different ball game. You got to have instincts. Players were not prepared. That was established. Boom. Move on. South Carolina game, we get back into a little bit more traditional. They giving us some of those similar Vandy looks. But we get back into some of what we're used to, right? And we see the effectiveness of the pressures, but why are we not dialing up 30, 40 of those when we're on the field 60 snaps a game? Why are we not dialing? And I'm just being outrageous when I say 30 or 40. I say, can we get it up to 25? Can we get up to 20?
I think we're one of the lowest blitzing teams in the country, like way down
38%. I lied earlier. I apologize. Y'all know I'm a numbers guy. I looked it up again. We're down. We're down. 17% from last year at this point. 38%, y'all.
Wouldn't you, coach? Wouldn't you rather blitz and then get a conversion than not blitz and get a conversion?
That part.
I mean, that's me. I'm like, if I blitz and you get it, okay, we'll live to play another down. But like, I'm not going to let you just pick me apart in a little zone coverage or whatever we're doing. And here's the other thing: I wish that we would change a little bit. I don't mind playing a lot of secondary guys to a certain extent. I would love for us in certain, like you said, it's situational. In a certain situation, you leave my best 5 out there, okay? And until we can, you might sneak in one here and there. I get it. I know we need depth. I understand it, but not. I don't want to create depth when I'm giving up a 4th and 9.
Hey, Greg, we got a Tennessee fan, Jack Pierce Jr., and I wish you could see a picture of him, man. This would be a perfect little head-to-head. Oh, my God, you and Jack against each other. Because Jack is one of those Tennessee fans, when they were going 1-9, he would disappear. Like the last few years, I didn't see Jack tag me in no Facebook post until 2 years ago when Tennessee beat us. Like, Jack, you one of them fair weather fans. You're exact. But he says this. He said, so being a fair weather is he basically calling you delusional because you said South Carolina's defense, which the numbers would tell you that they're better than Georgia. We're not going.
Oh my God, dude! Hey, Jack,
all you got to do is open up some. I could click a link right now. We can click a link and look at overall defensive statistics, and I guarantee
they're at the top of the SEC, one of the top 3 or 4 defenses.
Talk about it.
And look who they played. They played good offenses.
Come on, man.
Tennessee ain't playing no good offense.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. The number's going to.
They played Ole Miss. They played us. We're averaging 40-something a game. Ole Miss was averaging a lot. Okay? They blew out Kentucky, then started having all those injuries. Now, South Carolina's offensive line is ranked pretty bad. Okay? But they played better. Again, I don't know if that's more us or them, but here's what I don't think our staff, the ones that are from other teams, may not realize, and they've got to figure it out just a little bit. You've got to prepare so much better because everybody brings their A game against us. Okay, everybody. I don't care who they are.
Hey, Greg. I got you another assist. People forget that this LSU South Carolina game, right?
They got robbed.
They got so robbed. While everybody talking about LSU and them getting past, South Carolina got robbed that game. We were in the chat. I saw Tennessee fans on Twitter talking about how bad South Carolina. So now when they play Alabama and they play us close, now they're not a good team. Now they're not a good defense.
Okay.
Okay.
South Carolina's going to finish up with 7 wins.
7 and 5.
They're going to get it together.
6 and 6
wins. It might, or whatever. They're going to do good. They've had a tough schedule. Okay, they've got a young quarterback. Maybe somebody like Jalen Milroe 2 years ago. Okay, he's still finding his way. He's a great athlete. He hadn't been healthy the last 2 or 3 games. He was more healthy against us than anybody in a while. And you know what? He got put out in the LSU game too. Remember? He also got hurt in that game, and they were beating the crap out of him. Okay, so I mean, I don't know where this Tennessee everybody jumped on the Tennessee bandwagon when they beat Oklahoma. Well, it kind of shows Oklahoma's not very good. They don't have an offense,
bro, and they
But I do
struggled.
agree-
They struggled
That's
with
right.
they struggled with Oklahoma. Like Oklahoma is 2 years. I told and Jason comes in and check in. I told Jason a while ago. I said Oklahoma's 2 years out. They just don't have the personnel.
That's right.
They're going to have to
That's right.
continue to build that offensive line, which they are. They're hitting it in recruiting. I'm gonna give them that. But
Right.
you guys
That's
are for real 2 years out, man. And Texas been building for the SEC. 3 years before they
And
came to the SEC, they had been building for it.
But here's the thing I've also noticed in the last 3 or 4 years, it's getting a lot of parity. It's even more this year. There's more parity. Everybody's got some dudes now. Even if you didn't have dudes, you might have some dudes because they're buying. They're getting paid. I mean, South Carolina's got 2 dudes on the ends. I don't know if those guys would have been there if it wasn't for cash money. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. But their safety, man, is unbelievable. I totally agree with what you said. I watched some of that Florida Tennessee game. Did Marks get hurt in that game and they had to bring in the freshman?
Yeah,
because it was 10-0. I think he must have got hurt because I don't know who I was watching. I was flipping around, but anyway, Nico the last 2 games has not been great. His accuracy's not been, So whatever people are doing, I hope we're watching. I don't know if they're confusing him or they're taking away the short little routes or they're just lighting him up. And I say let's light him up. I mean, just confuse him. I love it when we bring 7 or 8 guys up on the line and he don't know if we're coming or not dropping. Confuse the pee out of him. But I feel good about this game. I don't know why, but I hope people realize Kalen DeBoer usually plays a lot of close games. I'm not a fan of it, but it's just the way it is. 8 of his 14 wins last year were by 1 possession, 1 score, or a little bit, just a hair more. That's just the way it is. The year before that, it was like 6 or 7 games. So I don't think we're kind of used to it, but I hope we can I just don't want us to play bad. I want us to play good where we can get a lead and keep a lead. And I love blowouts, but I just want to play good. I don't care what the score as long as we win. But he plays it pretty close. And I think that's what a lot of fans can't see. But here's the thing, people. Since 2020, all of our games are real close. We haven't played good on the road at all. We had a lot of close games, a lot of close games last year that we struggled and then pulled away to the very end. So, it is what it is. There is a lot of parity, I think, and maybe this group of players that we have, they just haven't got that dog to put their foot on somebody's neck and just end that thing. But they can learn to do that. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, I think we're going to come out smoking and cooking against Tennessee. I'll just be honest with you. I think we're going to come out and score like Georgia, but I hope we've learned our lesson that if we do get a decent lead, we can step on them on defense and offense and continue that and just get the game over with. But
all right, Greg.
These fair weather fans are getting on my nerves, man.
100%.
Getting on my nerves.
100%, man. Final thoughts, man, as we get ready to open this line back up, bro.
Come on, people. Quit being. Don't listen to these writers, man. They don't know what they're talking about. I'm telling you. Look with your eyes. See what you see. I'm going to tell you another thing, too, that I don't care who you are. I don't care what kind of roster you have. And we've got a good one. A first-year coach with a first-year staff, they're going to have their ups and downs. It's just the way it is. I'm sorry. We are a good team right now. We do play great, and then sometimes we don't. We're kind of in the middle. But I think we're going to get better and better as we go. Everybody, put your rose-colored glasses on. I'm telling you. Auburn, Tennessee, they stinky. They're snitches. They're bitches. I hate them. I think they're overrated. And we're favored by 2 or 3 points. So something tells you right there.
Mm-hmm.
So and I think Jalen Milroe is going to come out and show why he's a dog. And I hope we don't run him as much because I don't know if everybody noticed, he took a big hit on the shoulder yesterday. He come out, I don't know. I like him to run, be smart with it. Be smart when he runs. Be smart with his runs. I don't want him because Tennessee got some people that can light you up. I don't want him getting hurt. He's my baby. I want to keep him. I want to keep him around, get that Heisman Trophy, get that post. But people, please quit jumping off the bridge. Quit jumping off the bridge.
Tell him.
Coach Smook is going to save you. Listen to him. Listen to him. Don't listen to all these other naysayers. I've watched all these other shows, and they're just going nuts. I'm like, these guys are like, they haven't watched the last 3 years with Saban. Hey. It's the same thing. We're playing the same way. How many games did we get scared in Saban the last 3 years? We barely beat a shitty Auburn team twice. 4th and 31. Bryce had to throw his miracle throws. I mean, come on, people.
Jalen Miro, 4th and 31. Come on now.
I mean, we should have lost that game. There were so many games we should have lost last year. We should have lost 3 games probably. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
All of these
we haven't been murder balls since 20 people. It's just the way it is.
2016. That's the last time we seen joyless murder ball from Alabama.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying 2020, our offense was so good, it didn't matter. I mean, we're just lining up.
Still giving up 40 plus. Like, people kept saying Coach Saban would never give up 40 plus points. He did it like 7 times.
He did plenty of times.
And guess how many times it happened in the last 3 years? Like 90% of them happened in the last 3 years of his coaching team. So people need to shut up. It's not just a Kane Woman problem. There's been a defense problem for college football. That's why you only see one dominant defense every 3 or 4 years, because those teams, Michigan, a roster that had been together for 3 years. That defense from last year, those players, that staff, that class had been together for 3 years. Then you go look at Bama from earlier times. A lot of our dominant defenses, it wasn't every year. It was every 2.5 years you would see our defense just turn it on. We have a young defense under a new scheme, under a new coach who doesn't know who these players are. If y'all don't understand football, you will continue to complain about the defense. I've seen this 4-2-5 scheme win 3 out of the last 5 national championships. So before I jump ship and start crying and talking about facts and this gonna cause us to lose, I'm gonna continue to allow the process. We gave Coach Saban a whole doggone 13 games his first season. 13 games. Then he comes in, wins 7 of them, goes to a bowl game, win that one, then turn around, you go to the next season, you go undefeated in the regular season, you lose the SEC championship, then lose the bowl game, then you turn around and you finally figure it out. We trying to get rid of a Kane Womack and his defensive staff 5 games into the season, bro.
I know it.
5 games into the season, and they want me to sit back and be cool with it and support doggone content creators like Coach Sean and Jens that's crying on panels about, we can't do this, we got to get rid of this. It's the SEC. And I'm only saying their names because they my brothers. I don't care to talk about the other fair weather folks that be crying and doing all this. They getting their feelings. Boy, don't you want to, if I go to the Bama Standard on Tuesday night, I swear I want to become a Georgia fan the way they talk about doggone Bama. I swear.
I agree.
I swear.
Oh my God. The sky's falling, people.
Yeah.
The sky's falling. Everybody don't also forget that we lost to Ole Miss in 2014 and then turned around and beat Arkansas by 1 point. Remember that game? I was about to die. And it was Nick Saban. Then Nick Saban came back and said, he just wanted his players to be happy they win, because all the media and all the fans, they're not satisfied with a 1 point win. Well, you know what, bitches? Sometimes it's just the way it is, It's just the way it is. When you got 18, 19, 20-year-olds, every game is different. Every game is different. I'm like you, Coach. All we need to do on defense is play with more effort and maybe.
This is that Travis. This is that Travis. This is the Tennessee fan Travis. Is this the Tennessee Travis from the Bama Standard? I knew the face looked familiar. Yeah, please call in. Please call in. I ain't been able to talk. Is this you, Travis, from that episode when I was on the Bama Standard and they was letting you take up the whole show talking about Tennessee, and then got mad at me because I finally spoke up and was like, this is a Bama. Hey, Greg, finish your statements. I got to get Travis on the show. Travis, appreciate you for pulling up, my guy. I'm going to show y'all how real Coach Smook is, because I wanted to go at Travis on the Bama Standard, but because that wasn't my show, that wasn't my channel, I bit my tongue a lot. Right. And the little bit that I did give them. Y'all remember after that game, I didn't go back on that show. There's no way you let a Tennessee fan come on, a Tennessee analyst or anything, come on a Bama show and take up 78 minutes of the hour show. Mind you, I said 78 minutes of the hour show talking about how Tennessee is going to beat Alabama. You don't do that. You don't do that and be cool.
Especially when they had lost 16 years in a row.
Right.
I mean,
So Greg,
come on,
give me your final statement. You got 20 seconds, and then I gotta get. I'm
just gonna say
hold on, Greg. Anybody else call in? If you're not Travis' number, Travis, I need you to text that number you were calling. Text that number so I can know which one is your number, bro. And then I'm gonna make sure I answer your phone call only. Any other phone calls, you're gonna have to wait. I'm bringing Travis on, and then Travis, we might have to actually set up a live for the night where me and you come on and have it out like I like to have it out. And I promise you're gonna have fun, my guy. I promise you're gonna have fun. It ain't gonna be none of that weak bullshit used to see on the Bama Standard. And I don't care. I'm calling them out, bro. All that soft talk, Marvin Constant, Steven Smith, Justin Riley, Chris James, all y'all with all that crying over there, bro. All that crying. I'm coming. Come. Tweet me, whatever you want to do. I don't care. I'm gonna keep calling it out. Now, Sean and Gents, I know y'all know better. They just going through it right now. They rocking with the likes. I feel you. But them, that's the sole purpose I left that show.
They've been Sabanized too much. They still holding on to those glory years. Those years are gone. Players are different. Everything's different now. Everything's different. That's the NIL, the collective. Everything's different. Players are different. It's the NFL, folks. It's the NFL is what it is. You got to learn to win and recruit and win that way. You got to change. You got to change and figure it out.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, all you fair weather people, get your fucking umbrella. Sorry.
Yep.
I didn't mean to say that, Coach.
Yep.
Get your umbrella. Get your umbrella. It's raining so hard for you. I'm in the sunshine. I'm in the sunshine. I got my shades on, and I'm confident.
Yes, sir.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Coach.
All right, Greg. Catch up with you. All right, let's get Travis on this line. I'm about to call him back. I see you, Travis. I'm calling you back, brother. Yeah, I'm going in today. Yeah, I'm going in. Yo, Travis, what's up, man? You on the line, my guy?
I am on the line, brother. Sorry, man. We out here playing phone tag.
Nah, man. You know, I don't got the call queue set up yet. We growing, but welcome to the show, man. Look, I haven't seen you since that episode on the Bama Standard. How you been, my guy?
Yeah, I've been good, brother. How you been, man? How's family doing?
Man, good, man. You know, the family's in a different situation right now. Life been lifing, but God is good. And we still pushing. He's taking us to bigger and better. Man, let's talk about it, man. I'm glad I got a solid Tennessee because when I was giving you hell, I was giving you hell that day. You remember I was giving you hell on that show?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate the energy, bro.
Jack took me on. I honestly didn't even know you had your own show, or I would have subbed a long time ago, brother. So
hey,
big ups when you're doing your thing.
Hey, for real, man. I appreciate it, man. But for real, I want everybody to understand when we were on that show, and I know you felt my energy. It wasn't to be disrespectful. I was trying to incite some conversation. It's like they kept rounding the questions back to you, like to talk about Tennessee on a Bama panel. Like that was weird to me. So no disrespect to you. I wanted to make sure I said that publicly because I don't know how I got sent back to you. But I wanted to make it. But I'm that type of person. Like I'm passionate about my Tide. And I'm open for quality debate. And you brought some quality points last year that I just wanted to address. So now, since we didn't get to do it last year, I would like to formally invite you, if you're available, sometime this week, may not be tonight. I know it's not tomorrow because you said you're gonna be over there. But I want to get you on because I feel like me and you can have a good debate. I'm gonna let you get your take on the phone line today, but I feel like we need to come before the people and debate, bro.
I'll get your info from Jack, and you and I can link up.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
We'll figure it out, all right?
And question, how do you know Jack?
So me and Jack go back about 8 years. So I started the Vol Sports Network about 8 years ago. Jack had been in some ball groups, and we was part of a couple different groups. We just kind of linked up. Been like brothers ever since, man.
Okay, let me tell you something about Jack. Jack ain't all right. That's my boy.
Come on.
That's my boy. Nah, he know that's our language. That's our bro language, especially this week. Me and Jack cool, man. That's my boy. I rock with him, his family. I support his son, man. Hammer. If y'all want to see an athlete. Hey, I'm trying to get Hammer to put on that Tide, man. I know he can't stand it right now. You won't get Hammer to say nothing about no Bulldogs or no Tide, man. But that's what's up, man. Talk to me. Let's go.
I mean, yeah. So, you're not going to let me ask you a question. I know a lot of your fans have been calling in and been saying, hey, it's okay to have, close games. Look at Auburn. In my opinion, y'all versus Auburn is very similar to what Tennessee has versus Florida in this psychological, weird game, right? Like, until we destroy all of Spurrier's Horcruxes that he put somewhere around, we're gonna have those type of games against against Florida. Don't matter how good we are, don't matter how good they are, a game's just always weird, man. So the same thing can be applied to Tennessee that can be applied to Alabama right now. And the truth is that until either team plays up to their ability for the last 10 quarters of football, whether or not you're a real fan, fair weather fan, nothing, the truth is the last 10 quarters have not been up to the Bama standard, no copyright infringement, or the Tennessee standard right now. That's just the truth. You can't come out, have a high school inverted veer with Vandy, do what they did to y'all and throw it 40. South Carolina's got a good front, right? I mean, it is what it is. They got two solid defensive ends. But we've been saying it for a long time, the parity is coming to college football. And I think we can all see that what we were used to seeing in 2016 and in those years, right, was a lot of blowouts and stuff. And now it's just how can you win in the SEC no matter how ugly it might be. So I'll say that to say that my thoughts on Alabama, at least my final thought is that I believe that the board's hires have been surprisingly underwhelming, right? I have nothing against Roach. I think he's a good guy. I think he's a great recruiter, but I think that the people in the wrong position, there's been no gap control, and I think your linebackers are playing out of place and aren't putting a hat on a hat. Now, I say that to not say that it's Roach's fault. I say that because I think that Womack is putting people in the wrong positions on where they need to be on the Alabama side. Now, I will counter that by saying that Tennessee will be the best rushing offense that y'all have faced so far this season, right?
Did your baby just say Roll Tide? I just heard a baby say Roll Tide. I heard it.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't, man.
Yes,
Come on,
I
man.
heard her say that.
Them kids get kicked out. Them kids get kicked out, man. But no, I say all that to say that I think that Tennessee will be the best rushing offense that y'all will have seen all season.
Agree.
And if y'all stay in that 3-3-5 and don't bring any kind of pressure, it's going to be a day where it's going to try and eat up.
Oh, Travis, please don't tell Jack that we need to come out. Jack thinks that we need to come out in that 3-3-5 instead of that doggone that nickel base formation and get in. I honestly believe same thing with Saban last year. If you come out in any type of even front against Tennessee, you're setting yourself up for failure. You have to go odd front. You have to align in the gaps. You can't align head up, and you have to make that offensive line reach. Especially with some of the problems y'all having up front, you have to make them reach. And Kane Womack's defensive play calling style that I expected coming from South Alabama would cause a lot of issues for what Tennessee wants to do. If you just change that front alignment, you add you shadow you crowd a gap every now and then with your pre-snap pressures, but you have to align in the gaps. We cannot play head up.
That's my point.
You get what I'm saying? And that's and so when you say that
control has not been there,
and when you say that
have been out of position.
When you say that as a problem with personnel, I can agree. But fans to say that the 4-2-5 scheme, and that's what I'm saying. When I go at our fans or any fans or that say that the scheme for, it's just that players are not, when they're not in position, it shows. When they're in position, they're not making tackles, and we're not seeing enough plays where they're in position. Well, I will say this: Vanderbilt game, that was 19 missed tackles that game. I will never blame a coach for 19 missed tackles. I don't care what you say. You can be out of place. If they catching the ball 5 yards down the field, 19 missed tackles, you're not doing your job as a player in a game, bro. You have some teams that have 19 missed tackles total this season.
At some point, technique has to fall back on a coach. So if he's not getting it done, who's next man up?
Exactly. That's the part I say is on the coach. That's the part that I say is on the coach. But a player not making a tackle when the coach puts you in position, that's not on the coach. That's not on the coach.
Here's the thing, right? I think that us as fans, those that actually try to be truthful about, like you, myself, actually, when it comes to being truthful about the game, if we can see it, then how come these coaches can't? Right?
That's the frustrating part.
That's what's so confusing and frustrating in my sense is that, honestly, if Bama played the first half of Georgia like they play the rest of the year, they're a national championship team right now, right? And here's why I say that. Because pressures were on. You were putting way too much on Carson Beck. Came out. Something happened halftime for Oklahoma. Something happened halftime against Georgia for both these head coaches. I don't know what it was. The alien got them. I don't know what it might be. But here we are in it. So I don't understand. So the 4-2-5 schematically, right? And like Jack said, the 3-3-5 has been showing us problems because if you guys sneak up in gaps, disguise pressure,
You got to crowd the line of scrimmage.
Off audibles with the way that our tempo runs, right? We're not sitting there making a lot of play calls, audibles at the line of scrimmage, right? We're going based off of what was in our head, and Nico isn't making his progressions like he has been, right? Like he was in the beginning of the year, like he did against Iowa, So that's just Nico being a redshirt freshman, having to figure out the game.
Yeah,
it'll come to him at some point. But I will say that I hope that y'all continue to play this lackadaisical. We'll throw pressure every once in a while.
I know you do.
If you do, it's going to be a long day.
I know you do.
It's going to be a long day.
I know you do. And if you don't mind, I would like to pull one of your moves, and then you're gonna pull your move from my tie. I'm gonna tell you what you guys will try to do, and you'll tell me if I'm wrong. I really feel like they will truly implement that interior inside zone run game because that's where your strength is right now. Dylan Sampson is toting that rock. Like, I mean, even last year he was solid. He was big for y'all last year. He didn't get a lot of recognition, but he was big for y'all last year. I think this year Josh Heupel understands the growth of and we've seen him show progression as far as developing quarterbacks with Joe Milton. You saw Milton develop tremendously under Heupel. I think this year, Nico, they're going to put him in enough situations early, or try to put him in enough situations early with the passing attack. I think if Nico comes out of the first half with more than 12 pass attempts, y'all are in trouble. If Heupel could lean on that run game, Sampson and I forget who's the relief back. I forget him. His last name.
Deshaun Bishop.
I like Bishop too. I actually like Bishop. Yeah. I actually like Bishop more of your line to gain back. He just has a knack for finding the line to gain. He falls forward every play. Simpson's just a change of back. He could be every back. He's your complete back. So I think that's the key to success for y'all. Interior run game establishment. It doesn't have to be explosive. 3.5 to 4.1 yards. I think that's what y'all averaging on first down carries, 4.1 yards.
Yep. 4.1 on first down. Right.
On first down, if they could maintain that average, if Alabama can't push them off of that, we will be in trouble, because then that also means that defensively we're not dialing up the run blitzes. We're not pressing gaps. We're not forcing him to shoot off of his first gap. I mean, his first whole read. Like, right, we're not redirecting the run play, the direction, the flow of traffic. So if we're not doing that, then y'all will find success. And that's going to be the key to the game, because then you have to sit back. You got guys sitting on their heels again, and Nico is going to eat you up if you give him 3 seconds. He's going to find the guy.
Yeah. So I think, I mean, and it's factual. I think everybody studied the Vanderbilt and South Carolina game and realized that keeping the ball away from Bama is your only shot, right?
Yeah.
It's very reminiscent, and I don't mean to say it in a rude way, but it's kind of like Tennessee and Bama have kind of flipped philosophies a little bit in the last year.
The last 2 years.
Tennessee relied so much on their offense and was like, our defense can't do it right now. And Bama was always the other way, right? Like, we're gonna, defense wins championships. We'll rely on our defense, and then, but now Alabama's having to rely solely on Milroe and the offense. And the problem is y'all aren't utilizing. I'm gonna go ahead and switch. Milroe can't be y'all's best running back. Y'all have not established a single lick of a running game outside of Jalen Milroe.
I hate this. I hate this for you. I hate to do this to you, brother, but go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, y'all have 2 absolute studs back there
mm-hmm.
that are not named Jalen Milroe, that are not getting enough touches, that are not making enough progress in the run game for it to be effective. So you can come back to that in a minute. But, I mean, I think you're right.
In a minute. Hold up. I'm going to come back at it now while we on it. Rushing game. Here we go, Travis. Rushing. Jalen Milroe has 77 carries for 319 yards, averaging 4 yards per carry. His longest rush has been 40 yards, 11 touchdowns. That's awesome. Everybody looks at the amount of attempts and they look at the touchdowns. That's your only rushing attack. But I want to throw this at you. Jan Miller, 51 rush attempts, 360 yards, averaging 7.1 yards per carry, 5 touchdowns. Justice Haynes, 39, 249 yards. Didn't play 2 full games because he's been dealing with injury. Still averaging 6.4 yards per carry. Had an 85-yard rush, 3 touchdowns with his limited amount of carries due to injury. For people to say that we do not have a running game outside of Jalen Milroe, that's not true, because literally you have basically a 33% split down the line between your top 3 backs. I told everybody coming into the season, we would go into a 2-back system where Jalen Monroe needs to be implemented in the run game. You cannot sit here and tell me that the run game calls, that's on him. His confidence and ability to make his reason, his belief in his ability. He's pulling a lot of those. If you pay attention to the last game, thank God he's been getting better at that, because Lord have mercy, if he had handed that ball off the jam, that bad boy going the other way. So I want to say this. I'm countering with facts now. To say that the run game is non-existent, knowing that, and we've had, believe it or not, we've had a better average yards per game rushing total compared to last year. Compared to last year, we've had a better yards per game going into this game, especially. I ain't even just talking about the whole season. I'm talking about going into this game. You look at the yards per carry average, we have more backs averaging over 4 yards per carry than we had last year. And I'm just talking about with volume of carries. I ain't talking about the averages with your jet sweeps. I'm talking about handing the ball off to the running backs. Our running backs are averaging more yards per carry than our quarterback.
But I'm saying right now, are you going to honestly say that Jalen Milroe? I said Jalen Milroe cannot be your best running back.
He's not the best running back.
Right now, he's your best running back.
He's not the best running back. The stats don't even the stats don't back it up.
So what? So what? Jam's got 80 more yards than him.
He's got 40 more yards with less carries, with 20 less carries, and the average is 3 yards more per carry. He's not our best running back. He gets the most carries.
You're proving my point. Jalen Milroe is getting more touches.
He's calling his number. That doesn't make him the best running back. That just because you shoot the ball more times don't mean you the best shooter.
Well,
that means you just like to shoot the ball more.
As many yards, it kind of does.
He don't have more yards. He's not averaging more yards per carry.
Okay,
if you do the ratio touches per touchdown, Jam Miller's ahead of him. For every touch you get a touchdown, he's ahead of him at that ratio. So to say that, you can spin it however you want it, but the numbers and the facts will say that Jalen Milroe is not our best run threat. Our best run threat has a 56 yard touchdown run. He's averaging 7 yards per carry, and he has right now 360 total rushing yards with 51 carries and 5 touchdowns. And that's not Jalen Milroe.
I hope for our front seven that Milroe wants to continue to run the ball. Tennessee's hope is that Milroe doesn't sit back and try and find Bernard or Williams on streaks, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's y'all's biggest threat. That's our biggest threat is y'all to go deep against them boys, because them boys are absolutely they've been magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we hope that Milroe continues to try and go outside the pocket, because we're going to try and keep the 10 on Milroe all day long and take advantage of those situations and put y'all behind the sticks. Like, I'm saying that, like, not in a way to disagree with you. I'm just saying that, like, I hope it continues. I hope that he does that, because, like, we already saw Milroe kind of got a little. I'm not saying he's banged up. I'm not making no spins, but he looks maybe he got a little tweak, right? Something, and he's been taking some hits, man. And at some point, as your feature quarterback, at what point is the board going to say, hey, dial it in a little bit? Like, I need to make sure that you're healthy throughout the entire season. Now, I get it. Milroe's an absolute stud. Can take a lot of hits. He can only take a full plate of a season being somebody's feature running back. But at the end of the day, you still got to be able to maintain an offense outside of that. And we hope that y'all do that. So back to the defensive portion. If you guys were to throw a 3-3-5 and you're not going to have a whole show about this sometime this week, I'm totally down to do that. We can do it. We can get some ball fans in here, and we can make that situation for sure.
Get this thing heated up. I love heat, man. I love controversy. I love good content, back and forth. I'm all about it, man. I can't stand when folks getting their feelings, and you one of them solid ones, man. I could tell you. Listen, and you're one of the ones when I know you say some not no slick junk, like some direct stuff. We don't cheer for the same team. I don't expect you to be nice to me as a Tennessee fan. I'm not going to get in my feelings and be like, I can't stand that. Like, bro.
Oh, it's easy. On both sides, though. It's easy.
It is bad. It's bad, bro. It's bad, man. I could literally call my brothers Sean and Jance out on my live, and I won't get no text later talking about, man. But then, but like, I'll do the same to other content creators who doing their thing. And you have your belief, and I have my opinion. I have my belief, and you have your opinion. And this is what we're supposed to be doing. And if I don't agree with you, I think that's an opportunity for us to collab and crash and do it respectfully, like I plan to do, like I always do, until people step sideways and want to, attack person. But
100%.
but then because I could go there, that's where I come from. I'm trying to learn how to do this on this level that isn't acceptable to the masses. But at this point, I don't care. I'm gonna be authentic, and I want to rock with authentic people. So Travis, just final statement, man, with your thoughts on this game, and then we are going to set something up, man. We're going to get this thing set up.
Yeah, I'm down. I think that playing at home is going to be helpful for us. I think Tennessee can find a way to establish a run game. I'll go into my final predictions when you and I have our show. But I think that if Alabama comes anywhere near offensively or defensively what they've done in the last 10 quarters, then Tennessee will have a great chance of winning this game. I think the hype will need to figure out a couple things on his side. Maybe it's worry on our offensive line. Maybe it's worry about, Nico's current progressions. But Nico can still dot. Nico can still throw the ball 100 yards if he wants to.
Yeah.
So we're down some wide receivers. We don't have a real true physical deep threat right now like we had with Hyatt and stuff in the past, or we just aren't utilizing it yet.
Is Squirrel before you finish? Is Squirrel right hurt?
So he cracked his collarbone against. They were worried it was a broken one. Apparently, it was a hairline fracture. But yeah, he was hurt against Arkansas. Got a hairline fracture on his collarbone on the center part of his clavicle, like sternum after that hit. But I mean, he was still out there trying to get after it. And there was a couple plays against Florida that should have been tutties that, for better reach and stuff like that, that Squirrel would have normally been able to get after. So, but he was still making catches like that dot on the end of on the sideline and still being able to. Bruce got 3 broken fingers right now. He's casted up on his left hand, so that, right now he's been being utilized mostly as a blocking wide receiver. Yeah, pretty much in that sense. And Dante Thornton and Chris Brazzell are just going to have to step up. But we're going to have to really. Tennessee's going to try and hit you with zone reads and a lot of screens this weekend, right? If you guys are going to play light in the box, and y'all are going to have to pick your poison, right?
You got to. Say, okay, that's
we know Tennessee's going to go tempo, right? We already know that. We know Tennessee's going to be run heavy to begin with. So do we go heavy out there? Okay, if y'all go heavy, then there's your poison, right?
Yep.
Y'all can maybe,
can we block we got to be able to play tighter and more disciplined on the back end if we go heavy. And
the problem is y'all have a lot of young. I mean, and I'll be the first to
talk about it.
You guys got a lot of young dudes back there, right?
Talk about
it. A lot of young dudes. And if y'all go heavy, it's going to be a problem of how quick do they get tired out based off of our tempo, especially if we keep the ball on the field. And what kind of pressure does that put? Because I told you last time we talked, the secondary's best friend is the defensive line, right?
Yep.
If the line can get pressure, secondary's in a better chance. But how quick do they get tired out? Or do y'all say, hey, we got to stay up with tempo, keep guys in their condition, go with a lighter package, and maybe throw some extra pressure in those gaps? And by doing that, you're going to leave that back end a little bit more open with a little bit less pressure.
Hey.
But you're also letting the O-line push you around a little bit. So you got to pick your poison on what you want to do against Tennessee. And
Travis,
I feel good about Tennessee this weekend, but I also have my concerns as well. So we can go into them at some point this week for sure.
For sure. And I just food for thought. And this my last thing, and I'm going to let you go. You said something. The young defensive backs, that young secondary that we have back there. If we go light, and we got to commit resources. What's a young secondary? What's a young cornerback? A young 5-star, 4-star cover corners best coverage?
Zone.
I mean, so if you gotta commit 5 resources, and you're allowing a guy like Xavier Brown, Jalen Mbakwe, Red Morgan, who needs to be in zone, right? Needs to be in zone.
Yeah.
If you're committing those resources, and that's what you're going to do, those guys that drive. And you got a young quarterback. If you're able to get some type of pressure, get him off balance. That's where I see the advantage. If Kane Womack dials it aggressively, that's where I see the problem, because you're all. And I don't know if you said it verbatim, but your offensive line has been having some issues. It's been very inconsistent.
Big time.
Very inconsistent, and you don't have your experience at the wide receiver level that can really impact the game for you.
100%.
So in this game, the matchup is who can establish the flow first, not necessarily momentum, but flow. How do I want to set my tone for this game?
And that
Which
once
is
you
gonna
do
be
that,
very much decided in the trenches. On
it's
both
going to
sides of
be
the
in the
ball.
trenches.
I mean,
I was going to say that it's going to be decided first. The first phase of it is going to be decided in the trenches.
Yep.
But you have a quarterback in Nico who can lose in the trenches. He could have losses in the trenches and use his legs and still affect it downfield. But we also have defenders like Keon Sapp that will set a young quarterback like Nico up. And that's I'm telling you, that's going to be a key matchup for me. We'll dive into it later this week, Trav. But
100%.
I appreciate you for calling in, bro.
Yeah, no problem at all. Go Balls as usual, and I'll make sure to sub in, and then I'll holler at you this week.
For sure, Trav. And guess what, Trav? Last thing. Balls, man. Yeah. Well, don't be trying me on my.
There it is. All right, well, I'll let you.
All right, bro. Roll time, man. My God, Trav, man. See, I can rock with people like that, man. We ain't got to be cheesy and shaking hands the whole time, man. He said go Balls on the Bama show, and I say go Roll Tide right back at him. We're going to talk good trash. We're going to say some stuff. We're going to talk some good football, though. Hey, phone line is open back up. Listen, next few callers, you've got 3 minutes per call. 3 minutes per call. Talk your talk. Calling segment starting now, brought to you by the AAA family.
Call from.
Go put me.
To accept, press 1.
Who is this? Who is this?
Call from.
What's that, Rico?
Zachary put me in the game, Coach.
Yo, Zach, what's up? What's up? You in the game? You back in the game? Rico, if that was you, man, you just got to say your name, bro. We got a lot of trolls be calling in now, man. Just say your name, put me in the game, Coach, so I can hear you. I couldn't really understand. If that was you, I thought about it after I sent it, but we really trying to use the airtime. Say your name and put me in the game, bro. I'll get you in there. Zach, you back in the game. What's up? Talk to me, bro.
Yes, and I just want to say this. A lot, and I agree with a lot of what you and Travis was talking about, Travis, on the previous call.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, and what he was saying that Alabama needs to do, I agree with.
Yep.
And I mean, there's no two ways about it. You know, when somebody's making perfect sense, you can't help but to agree with them, even though they're even though they're a fan of the team.
But you know what, Zach? That's why I told y'all, like, there are other content creators that talk. Like, if you're gonna bring up a negative about my team, bring it with some facts. Talk some real football. Right. Don't just be talking trash. Or as a fan, if you're gonna talk about something negative, bring up some facts. Bring up some facts. And you know what's crazy? Travis gave more credit to Kane Womack's defensive play calling style that he had at South Alabama and what he expected. He acknowledged that. He acknowledged that. It's podcasters and commentators that claim to be Bama fans, and they can't even acknowledge that Kane Womack has done it at other places. Like, and shout out to my brother Kangaroo Black. You know I love you, bro. You know I love you, but he came back and doubled down on his Kane Womack stuff after this game, and I ain't rocking with it. So for that, Kane Womack, Black, with the t-shirt that I send you, the AAA shirt, I'm tagging your junk fair weather. I'm tagging you fair weather, Black, because I love you, man. Because I love you. And Travis, appreciate you for calling in, bro. Listen, you see the chat, man. They rocking with you, bro. You a solid fan. You ain't fair weather. Travis has kept the same energy since I known. When we met on the Bama Standard, Zach, and I don't know if you was watching that episode, but I don't know if y'all saw the frustration on my face. And it wasn't even with Travis. It wasn't with Travis because he was saying some solid stuff. I just wish we could have, me and Ty Hayes could have created a great debate on that show. But they rather let drunk Lucian reply instead of let Smook reply. And then when Smook replied, now I'm being outrageous. Man, come on. My boy Trav know what time it is. And Trav, I ain't trying to get you caught up in no mess, bro. Just know you're welcome here at a real Bama Fan Network. And y'all, I appreciate y'all for showing them love. Zach, now we've been on the phone for 3 minutes starting now. You get 2 minutes. Talk your talk, Zach. What we got? Give me your feels. Alabama, Tennessee. Talk to me.
Oh, yeah. And for me, I want to see the defense that we've seen, or not necessarily the same play calling that we've seen in the first quarter against Georgia, but that same energy, the intensity, the discipline, the accountability, going into that first quarter. I want us to be able. I want to see that same type of effort. And if we don't, then I hate to say it. Then if we don't bring that kind of effort in here, then we can lose this game. And I don't want to sound fair weather or nothing, but Tennessee has a good enough offense to beat us.
That ain't fair weather, Zach. Fair weather is, and I want everybody to understand, fair weather is not giving my team a chance before they even take the snap. Or fair weather is 2 weeks ago when this same defensive play calling that was being called was good enough to win a national championship. Now all of a sudden, when we see a different level of competition and we see where we need to get better at, we can't do it. That's fair weather. That's right. what I consider fair weather. Stating the obvious and talking about how issues need to be fixed, that's different than fair. Like, you got some fans, some podcasts saying we gonna lose 4 more games at this rate. These players can't. This player can't. This coach can't. That's fair weather to me. So for all of you all doing that, you're fair weather. The Bama standard I want smoke with all of them. I feel like I could put together maybe y'all can line up the whole network lineup if y'all want to. Former players and all, I'll take them down one by one with debates. Just line them up one by one. Start if they smart, they'll send they'll send Ty out there to represent them. If they smart to have a debate with me, they would send Ty Hayes out there to have a debate with me to debunk everything I'm saying, because Ty has an innate ability to just debate on some good terms and make me believe everything and agree with everything he's saying. And I hate that because I'm very headstrong. You get what I'm saying? But he makes some solid points because it's factual. He finds the facts that I look past. I'll find facts that can debunk my statements so I can know how to counter those. That's what kills a lot of these other podcasts and stuff. A lot of these other fair weather fans, they don't like to talk about facts. Go look at Twitter. We're going to talk about we're going to talk about our fair weather fan report. We're going to get into it later to end the show. But go look at Twitter. Go look at how people look at how people reply to my tweets when I don't reply with a GIF and I reply with facts. Those people disappear every freaking time. Fair weather.
Right. And see, if you're in fair weather fans, don't come on here and talk on the phone line like this weekend. That guy that said he couldn't stand hearing me talk.
Yeah, fair weather.
I mean, fair weather. Get out of here. If you don't like the way I talk, you don't have to watch.
Tell him, Zach.
Have to watch. If you don't like it, call in and talk every day, because I'm gonna call in and
every day. And guess what? Don't let me, because I'm updating it now. I haven't been able to do it. I'm updating now. Don't be a caller that don't have your name saved. Don't be a non-member and be calling in. And have my boy Zach or Piano Man or Greg or all my members that call in and support this network. Don't let them be calling in at the same time as you, because they have priority. That's part of their perks of being a member. When y'all listen to that channel, that infomercial, they talk about you will be preferred. Yes. If one of my members are calling in when a non-member is calling, I'm sorry. I'm going to respect the people that really support my show. And Jay Willie, appreciate you for pulling up. I was hoping you pulled up. I knew that was I couldn't remember if that was you or if that was you, but it's you. I seen your comment on another live, and you've been out here fair weathering on other channels and then coming back around AAA like you solid. I found you, Joe Willie, not Jay Willie, Joe Willie. I found you. This you. I said, if this doggone car show up in my chat, I'm gonna call him out. Joe Willie, your fair weatherness has been found out. I see you on them other chats. I seen you in KB chat crying. Don't come over here trying to act like you solid now. Unless you want to be free. Zach, tell him how he could be free right now. How can he learn the ways to be a real fan?
First, he needs to become a member.
Mm-hmm.
And then second, he needs to if if he wants to be solid with us, he needs to quit going out to these other channels that are fair weather and crying and not giving Alabama a chance and all this. He needs to quit following them and just come and just stick with us 100%. Now, yes, when KB was talking legit, stuff and being a solid fan, yes, I did go and watch KB stuff. But now that he's being fair weather, I cannot do that because I do not support it, and I refuse to support it because I'm not getting labeled as fair weather because I have an image to uphold.
Yeah, right, Zach. Ain't it, bro? You know what? At the end of the day, Zach, and I don't want to let you continue on that rant because we got a whole nother segment this week for that. I promise you, it's gonna be a fun show, y'all. So for all my fair weathers, if I called you fair weather, please pull up on Thursday night. It's gonna be fun. We got community tonight, and then we got the game. We got live game simulation, and then we're gonna do something a little different to end the live game simulation. All right, but Zach, final thoughts, man. I didn't let you go way over your time because it's cool. It's cool. We good. I don't see the phone line going crazy, but we do have another caller that wanted to call in. 517. Get ready to call in 3 minutes from the time you hear this. I will make sure Zach is off in 3 minutes so you can call in. 517. I seen you. I appreciate you for supporting 100%. But Zach, talk your talk. 45 seconds. Let's do it.
It's back to Tennessee. Tennessee, what you're going to have to do to stop Alabama is blitz Milroe and put pressure on him. If y'all are able to do that, which there will be plays where you do that, because even the best offensive lines have a play or two where they get beat. It's just inevitable. You're gonna have it happen, in a game or two, because you can't win 100% of the time.
Right.
So if y'all can do that on a consistent basis and get Milroe in his head thinking and trying to move out of the pocket and expand the pocket and everything with the speed of y'all's linebackers and everything, yes, y'all will be able to stop our offense. But if Bama does what Bama did against Georgia, Wisconsin, the last few minutes of the fourth quarter against USF, and even going back to week 1, if Alabama's able to do that against Tennessee this week, I'm sorry, y'all ain't winning. Because it just can't happen because our offense is too good. Ryan Williams is going to be a matchup problem for y'all's cornerbacks and safeties.
10 seconds, Zach. 10 seconds.
Y'all can't double team him because we got Jeremy Bernard. We got our tight ends. We got
Kendrick Law and Kobe are back too.
Kendrick Law, Kobe Prentice back. We got so many different weapons that y'all wouldn't be able to double team Ryan Williams. And I wish y'all the best of luck.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be one heck of a ball game, and I hope that y'all show some kind of effort against us and at least let it be an interesting game.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Roll Tide to my family and you, Coach Smook. I'll talk to y'all on the next call-in show.
100%, Zach. 100%, man. I appreciate you for calling in, bro. And roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. So I got a special caller in. I got a special caller that I want to call in. So 205, I need you to wait. I think that's Rico. I'm gonna make sure I say the number. But I want this new caller to call in, and he just so we're trying a new system. If you're calling in and you get sent the voicemail, be looking for a text message. If you don't get a text message, just wait for the phone call to end. But if you get a text message, that means I see a new number that I don't recognize. And we want to give all our new viewers an opportunity to call and get their voice heard. So Rob from Fayetteville, this is your time to call in. Go ahead and call in 334-625-1121. Go ahead and call in. I'm ready to hear you. Some Church's chicken, you'll be back. I slick thought about getting some Church's, y'all. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I didn't have nothing else cold to drink. So I had to pull out one of my leftovers from yesterday. That's all I'm and it's good. It's good. It's good. I know it's not 12 o'clock, but this one is good, y'all. This one is good. Like, I don't know, it just sat in my refrigerator for just long enough, but it's good. It's real good. You pre-gaming for the game this weekend already. 517.
Call from
Rob.
Yo, Rob, what's up, man? You in the game with Coach Smook. Is this your first time calling in, my guy?
Coach, it is usually on during the day, and I'm just, I got a day off because I work for the Fed.
Uh-oh, he worked for the feds. Uh-oh, sound the siren, sound the alarms, y'all. Sound the alarms, we got the Fed. What's up, Rob? Appreciate you for calling in, man, and thank you for supporting the network. How you doing today?
Oh, yeah, tell you what, Spook, I'm doing okay. I feel good after that win. It was a little close.
Mm-hmm.
Some couple clock management issues got to be worked out.
Mm-hmm.
This is and I wanted to call and say this because I was born in Tuscaloosa.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I was born at Druid City Hospital. You can see the stadium from the room I was born in.
Lord.
So I bet my granddad went to Alabama in the 30s, and he and Bear Bryant, when Bear was a player now, we used to go bowling together. That's how far back my family goes.
Okay. So listen, so I won't get no fair weather energy from you. I could hear the enthusiasm in the voice. This ain't a fair weather fan right here, y'all. This is a solid fan. You can hear the tone of this voice. When he speaks on problems that we need to address, I guarantee you this will not be no fair weather feel. Rob, talk to me, man. And you're the last caller today. So I'm gonna give you a full 8 minutes, bro. I'm gonna give you a full 8 minutes of dialogue and discussion, man, to end the show. I appreciate you for calling in and supporting the network, man. Go ahead, bro.
I'll do my best because I don't know the ins and outs and tweaks and intricacies of the game the way you do, but I can tell you about the big picture.
Okay.
So here's my big picture. Now I had a career in the Army. Mm-hmm. And now I am working as a civilian for the Army here up at Fort Liberty up in North Carolina.
Oh, Fort Bragg.
Yeah, formerly Fort Bragg.
Yeah, you know, I'm just so you know, Rob, I'm a military veteran myself, so I want to say thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support.
You already know, man. I'm a vet myself, man, and you can't tell me I support it because I was on the front lines. 11 Charlie, baby, let's go. Airborne infantry, let's go.
I was when I first started, I was a little bit older than the other guys, and this is where I'm going to go with this. Okay, for the discussion. I was a little bit older, but so they put me in with a special forces group. Now I wasn't a Green Beret. I wasn't what we call a door kicker or a cool guy.
But you definitely was a PSYOPs
I worked
attachment
with them and for them. Right? I was airborne and everything, but I didn't wear the Green Beret. I wore the Red Beret, and as a result, I went into some really interesting, some crazy situations with these guys. I did intel for them. I was a 98 Charlie.
Ooh, I know. My dad used to work with some 98s. He was
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh man.
Tell your dad I said hello.
Yeah, my dad was definitely PSYOPs. He was part of the first test groups that when they started doing those detachments. And
holy cow.
In the early 90s, especially Desert Storm. My dad could tell you some stories.
He was a little before my time.
Yeah.
A little bit before my time.
Yes, sir. So I'm very acquainted.
Here's the funny thing. After that, I went to, and I swear I'm getting somewhere with this. Okay. After that, I decided to become an officer.
Yes, sir.
Right. And they stuck me in a regular Army in 11 Alpha. And they told me when I took that Special Forces job that you're going to hate every other job you ever have. Because you're going to go in the regular Army and it's going to be smart uniform, stand at attention. It's going to be morning formation. And they were right.
They were absolutely right. Yes, sir. You're right. You're right.
So here's where I'm going with this. When you go from the regular Army into Special Forces, there is an adjustment.
Oh.
That is, you're going to something rigid, something scheduled, something very precise,
Right.
where they get guys yelling in your face all the time. And then you go into special forces, relax. You got long hair, you got a beard, you're wearing baseball caps, civilian clothes. You're expected to self-regulate a lot of the time.
Rob, I got to give you a horn. I'm sorry to cut you off. I got to give you a horn because I have never, as a military vet and knowing that my whole life I've been around the military. My dad's always
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
man.
I know where you're going, and I can't believe I never thought of this. So I gave you a horn. Rob, take it away. I'm gonna sit back and listen because I know where you're going with this. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, when these guys are coming from Nick Saban, the regular Army, and they're going into special forces, relaxed, Coach DeBoer, there's going to be a major culture shift, and you're having to adjust. Because I saw guys coming into special forces, and they were like, am I supposed to be in a morning formation at 5 a.m.? What's going on? Where is everybody?
Showing up by yourself.
Right. And so, and in uniform and stuff, and they're like, dude, just, we don't wear a uniform. Don't worry about it. You don't get to shave your head anymore. It's all good. And so, this is what I see happening here. These guys are trying to adjust to, and ain't nothing wrong with special forces. Anybody has a problem with that? I mean, it's like special forces is very strategic and quick strike and, hard, force of violence, right?
Yes.
And so this is what they're going to. They're expected to be a little bit more self-regulating with Coach DeBoer than they were with Coach Saban. Ain't nothing wrong with 11 Bravo. They'll come in and tear you up, but it's a whole nother world.
Yes.
And so when these guys come in, give them a moment. Give them some time to adjust. They're still trying to get to it.
Rob, I want to thank you. That analogy. And when's your birthday, Rob, if you don't mind me asking? What month? February. So dang, I was about to say he got to be a Taurus because that's how I spend situations. Man, listen, my old lady, my significant other, she's in the chat right now. She will tell you I do analogies for everything we argue about. That's just how I interpret stuff. And that's how we do in the military. We get op orders. We do analogies for everything. Like you have to, for soldiers, for us to be effective, you have to put in an analogy. You have to make it plain, right? I don't care what it is. It could be a fire mission, calling a mortar fire mission or calling some type of support. We got to make an analogy so that before we get into that situation, they kind of have an idea of how they need to play this thing out. And that's what I feel like, bro, that analogy there, that special forces, the regular Army is boring as crap. I can't tell you how many times I said, and we're talking about regular Army being compared to Coach Saban. You're going to do your job. You're going to show up at 5:30 for that first formation. You're going to do PT. You're going to be back at 08:30 to 9. And then from 9 to 1800, 100%. You're going to do whatever your job is, whether that's you're going to make a 1 hour inventory. What the inspections was called? I forget the lingo. I've been out since 2015, y'all. I'm sorry. But we used to have them doggone them inventory inspections where you got to lay everything out, them layouts, all of that stuff. You used to do that. In real life, in normal life, civilian life, that's a 45-minute process. But in the Army, that's going to last 6 hours because we have nothing else to do.
Maybe more.
But we want to control and limit your ability to make mistakes outside of our control. That's what they did. That's what Coach Saban did. He limited players' ability, and that's why we didn't see deep rotation. That's why you didn't see a lot of freshmen coming in and starting, even though they might have had more talent than the guy in front of them, because he couldn't limit. He had to get them to buy into this mindset of his process. So you go from that. A lot of our older players, which rumor has it, a lot of the older players are the problem. A Taurus mode over here, Travis. That's why we get along, because we both Tauruses, man. But a lot of these older players, they got this mindset of like, man, ain't no way that's gonna work. I like Jalen Miro on D Strong's freaking VOD, talking about his drip. Like you can tell he's not even comfortable with being Jalen Miro, like a kid or a teenager, because he's been so structured to, he's been programmed to be so structured. And a lot of these older guys, they're not trusting the play calling from K1. I mean, I'm gonna say on defensive side, a lot of guys on the defense side are not trusting this play calling because it don't feel like what Coach Saban and his staff was bringing beforehand. And
But they're also very young on the defensive side. I think that gets
my young guys.
a lot.
Rob, honestly, if I'm evaluating my young guys, Xavier Brown losing matchups, but rebounding, that's a coaching thing. That's due to coaching. That's Mo Linguist believing in them. Xavier Brown and Colin Hitchler. I mean, not Xavier Brown, but Red Morgan and Colin Hitchler. Like Colin Hitchler continuing to give Red Morgan. We didn't see him last game, but continuing to give him. That's coaching. That's like coaching, trusting in players, and that builds confidence in players. And you see a faster development. You saw Kool-Aid develop fast when Coach Saban had to throw him out there. Didn't really give him a chance early on, even though Kool-Aid was better than. I forget who was in front of him that year. I don't want to say Josh Jobe was there, but I know it was one of them sorry corners and Kool-Aid could have been our starter that whole year. I gotta feel that Jalen Mbakwe should be our Kool-Aid for this year. And I think he's gonna have his opportunity this week. So but to your analogy, man, I know we go around and we both did the same thing. To your analogy, man, that is a perfect analogy. Regular Army Coach Saban.
Oh, yeah.
This is what you're gonna do, no question. No questions about it. If I
had anything to say, I'd say, hey, guys, just please give this some time. Y'all got to there's going to be some little moments like second half of the Georgia game. I had a hard time at Vandy. Like you said, that's not a triple option. That's that spread option. That's hard to go because very few people run it. And Vandy is, surprisingly talented this year. From what everybody seems to think, they're not just some garbage bottom of the barrel team like they usually are. So we ran into a little snag there, and then they come in this next game after the whole country was calling Alabama garbage for a week. They still came in and pulled off a great win. A little clock management issue at the end, and I think that's going to be fixed. But other than that, I think we look great. We look talented. I think the coaching is fine. I think we've got to let these guys adjust.
100%, Rob. And in that adjustment curve, I don't think a lot of people really had access to watch the 2007 season. At least I don't think so, just based off their reactions. And for a lot of our fan base to say that they were pre-Saban fans, you clearly didn't watch the 2007 season. We played a lot of games where the first and second quarter we was like, oh, Coach Saban the answer. And then third quarter, we'd be like, what the hell? Like we did that so many games.
Paul Feinbaum was saying Nick Saban's best days were behind him when we lost to Louisiana Monroe.
Man, do you not remember how we squeaked out against Tennessee? The Mount
Cody. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. People still did not believe in Saban after that game. They were still questioning
that game overseas.
Come on, man.
But power went out right before that kick. Well, I was about to lose my mind. We got the power back on just in time.
Right. And see, so that means you was over there early toward you was in North Camp or South Camp.
Oh yeah. I was in. I watched that. In fact, I was in Kuwait. I was on my way to.
Oh, so you was. You know what? Wait. So that's 08. Nah, the Kuwait wasn't as nice as it is now in 08. Like Kuwait.
No.
Nah, y'all didn't have the Kuwait now. I wouldn't mind living in Kuwait and getting that. You get what I'm saying? Because this is nice.
Oh, I hear you.
Oh my God! But Rob, final thoughts as I let you off the phone, man. You were the man. I'm telling you, great caller and perfect last call to end the call-in segment for this show, y'all. It was crazy.
Well, hey, yeah, no problem. Because one last thing I was saying that Paul Feinbaum was giving Saban a hard time in 07. And and then he jumped on the Saban bandwagon a couple of years later. But my dad and I used to read Feinbaum and complain when I was just a tween.
Yeah,
back in the day when he was with the Birmingham Post Herald, and when Mike Shula got fired at Alabama, my dad said Mike Shula needs to be fired only because he made me agree with Paul Feinbaum.
Yeah. Yep. That's the only. And look, anytime and my grandfather, man, Nathaniel Hines is the first cousin of Ozzy Osbourne, and yes. So that's how my family and the ties into Alabama started, because when Ozzy went to Ozzie Newsome. I said Osborne. Ozzie Newsome.
I knew he meant
Ozzie Newsome. I'm looking at something else saying, but Ozzie Newsome. So when he signed, that was kind of like the family's go-to to be only Bama, my dad's side. And we really got, I mean, since the 70s, 80s, man, we've been attached to this program in so many different ways, you know, and so I'm kind of like you when it comes to my fandom, bro. It's hard to get me to park on the negatives when I know that we have. Now, if we were sitting here with an Auburn type roster, a Auburn quarterback, and you know, a whole bunch, I wouldn't be singing the tunes that I sing with this half glass full, you know, type mindset. But with the talent, we show more flashes than we show inconsistencies. You know, we show more flashes. And in between those inconsistencies, it's kind of like we're playing how you expect college football to be played. But the more flashes that we see, and everybody, if you really slow down and watch the game, you seeing more flashes every week. That's going to become consistent if this coaching staff stays consistent. If they don't listen to these fair weather fans and try to change up their style and their culture and all this stuff that they're developing, then I think we're going. I truly believe we're going to be in a good spot. We need 8 more likes to get to 100. Rob, last thought, and then, man, I'm gonna let you off the line, bro.
Oh, that's it. Just give Coach DeBoer and Coach Womack give them a hot minute to get this thing straight. It's going to take a second. You know, you got to relax. It will come. I promise.
For sure, Rob. And I appreciate you for calling in, my guy. And if you're not a member of the channel yet, man, if you're not AAA, I'm gonna encourage you personally from the horse's mouth itself. And you see, I got a big old mouth pause. Definitely think about joining. I think you'll enjoy the energy, man. We got military vets. Me and Gil, we get to talking about our military experiences every now and then in that chat, man. I think you'll enjoy some of that. But we have some real talk, and it's not just Bama fans in our community, man. We got Georgia fans, we got Ole Miss, and they talk some good football. We're creating a great community, and I would love for you to be a part of. So get in that chat, man, and get that link if you don't mind, man. Join the team, bro. Join the family. We will welcome you, bro.
Smook. Love it.
Appreciate you,
Have a good one, man.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cool, man. Jack says, thanks for keeping us updated on Bama news. Roll Tide. I appreciate you, man, for pulling up and trusting me to keep. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing about Coach Smook. I'm not going to regurgitate stuff that's obvious and accessible for all of you all. Post practice interview. Now, what I will say is this. I do plan on. I think I want to go up there, and I don't know. I gotta see how my pockets look, but I do want to go catch a post practice report. My credentials are still active for everybody that thought I didn't have credentials. I just don't see the point when everybody else is doing it. But I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go up this week. Which I think should I go up this week? If y'all think I should go up and try to do post team do post team practice report, get y'all the live report with Coach Smook, and then do a post practice live after that, like I used to on Bama football, because that was my idea. I just want y'all to know that. Let me know. Let me know. Give me some fire. Give me AAA emojis in the chat if y'all want me to do that this week. I'll try to do it. Great call. Facts. Great call from Rob. I appreciate that, man. And you know what? Travis said some solid stuff, and this is a topic I think both teams are dealing with. Nobody has a true alpha on their defense. Or to me, I don't think there's a true alpha on Alabama's team. Everybody's trying to play this like reluctant to let everyone else lead, bro. Somebody gotta step up and be like, hey, shut up. Hey, shut up. Hey, shut up. But in order to do that, you have to lead by example. And Malachi Moore, I'm not gonna ding Malachi for his emotional breakdown in that Vandy game. And yes, he's still having 1 or 2 problems on the field. He has 1 or 2 plays that he's not going to be perfect, but his intensity and his passion is definitely something I want to glean on and have players. And I even saw let him and Smitty be angry Tony Brown like new versions of Tony Brown. That's what I see from Smitty. Smitty is our new Tony Brown, bro. Let Malachi be that dude. You seen him play calm last week? It wasn't good, man. Let that boy be emotional. Control it, of course. Limit it. Hone it in a little bit. But yeah, y'all, if y'all want to see that for real, man, hey, help your boy out, man. We can make it up there. I can get the team together. And when I say help us out, I'm not begging y'all, but this ain't free and I'm not rich yet. You know, I got some other things that's planning out on the back end, but the super chats are awesome. But direct donations last week, the direct donations from our community helped take care of that team, man. I had 2 cameramen on staff for that game prediction, and I was able to gas us up and feed them, and they even contributed. So it's not like I'm using it for myself. I don't use it for I ain't gonna sit here in front like that. I ain't gonna sit here and do that, because then people talk about I'm not being I'm asking, I'm begging. But I'm telling y'all right now, I don't live a luxury life doing content. This is a consistent grind that I enjoy, and it's not easy. I don't get to eat like I want to, like I would if I was working a 3rd shift job. I don't get to eat like that. I don't get to go and enjoy the fruits of my labor after doing the show. I don't get that. I don't get that transferred to my account when y'all super chat. It comes out once a month, and I mean, just like y'all's jobs, I get taxed too. So don't think it's sweet over here. We grinding. We really put some effort in this because we care. We care. And that's why I only want to collab with solid content creators. I want all of my content to be impactful. So definitely appreciate Travis for pulling up. Jack gonna give you my number. Holler at me and let's link a date to chat on this game. Think it will help for sure. I want to see you grow. Man, Travis, I don't know where. Do you have a channel active, bro? Because if so, bro, I want to come to. I feel like I could come to your channel to get quality Tennessee information before I speak on Tennessee. I go to Jason and the Sooners podcast and Unfair J. I go to those guys for Oklahoma content. I haven't found an Auburn guy. I haven't found a Georgia guy. Ole Miss, I haven't found. If y'all know some solid people that do solid content for these other teams in the SEC, let me know, man. You making a new one? Hey, let me know, bro. Let me know, bro, because I know my people will rock with you. We don't rock with a lot of content I ain't gonna say we don't. I don't rock with a lot of content creators. I follow a few, and just out of courtesy, I like and share this stuff. But I guarantee you, bro, I would tune into your stuff, and that ain't just because you called in today. I've been saying it since I haven't been able to talk to you since that episode on the Bama Standard. I'm glad you were able to pull up. I'm glad you pulled up and created. This is what I wanted to do last year when we were on the show together. So, with that being said, y'all. With that being said, thank y'all for pulling up. We got a fair weather fan report here. We're gonna take a little second to do a fair weather fan report. Let me see. Fair weather fan report. Where it's at? Where my banner? Fair weather fan report. Where it's at? I know I made one. Do I gotta type one up now? Bump it. Fair weather. Fair weather fan report. Let me go to Twitter and pull these up real quick. Fair weather fan report here on the Coach Smook Network. We got some fair weather fans going running rapid amongst us, our populace, amongst our community, and surrounding it. So we have to address this thing, and we have to make people aware. Let me go to my Twitter. I have one fair weather fan that's just been asking for my attention consistently, and so I want to continue to show him love, and I will do that. Oh, see? Where does fair weather is? Tim Powell, right here. Tim Powell, this is the type of stuff. Shout out to Tim Powell for commenting on my Twitter. And I love when people comment on my Twitter because they don't understand, man. Like, when you comment on my stuff, you just make it easy for me. I ain't got to retweet or none of that. Like, for real? Y'all gonna make it that easy for you, boy? Tim Powell, here we go. Boom. Share this. Fair weather fan report. Let's check out some of the fair weather that's going on in that Bama Nation right now. Watch Kalen's post-game press conferences. He has the deer in the headlights look. He and his coaching staff have been out-coached for 2 straight weeks. He doesn't have a grasp and basic understanding of his team. No discipline, and the defensive coordinator needs to go. You're talking about you said something. He has no grasp on the basic understanding of his team. Well, That's what happens when you come over to a whole new team, and bring over a whole new staff in January. You want him operating like Coach Saban had this program operating in 17 seasons? Coach Saban didn't go undefeated his first 6 games. I mean, Coach Saban wasn't even 5-0 to start the season. He wasn't even 4-0 to start the season his first year at Alabama. So shut up, Fairweather. Tim Powell, you're on Fairweather Fan Alert. Fairweather Fan Alert right there. Let's get to it. Let me find some more Fairweathers. Let's go. Oh, Jermaine, you talking that good energy. People forget about that. Having a 24-point lead against Auburn? Against Cam and Auburn? Michelle coming through. Oh, you almost had it. Exactly, Crimson Fang. Facts. Let's go. Look at who liking my Fairweather Bama fan post. That's Jaden Roberts' mom. She been rocking heavy with your boy. What squinky eye? See, people like this post. Y'all see how many views that post got? Let me see. Where we at? 68,000. Y'all see this right here? 68,000 views on this post. 814 likes. Hey, if y'all watching on Twitter, if you like that post, make sure you follow your boy on YouTube. We need 2 more likes to get to 100 likes on the stream, y'all. Facts. People speaking with some facts, man. Facts gave you the facts. Let me see. This team is giving up 48 points since the second half. 48 points per game since the second half of the game versus Vandy in South Carolina. Second bottom. 48 points per game. Did this dude really just say that? I love when people throw out random ass dumb made up stats. Alabama hasn't even given up 48 points this season. So how are teams averaging 48 points per game since the UGA game? I'm just saying, make it make sense. That Fairweather fan will have you saying some stupid stuff. Like, for real, 48 points per game. Come on, dog. Y'all, I need somebody to make it make sense for me. Come on, more Fairweatherness. I get all the Fairweatherness. 21 SEC champs play for a natty. Should have won. Didn't. 22, 11 wins left out when everyone knew they should have been. But we were left out. We didn't make the playoffs 22. And our defense was the second worst defense in 22 under Coach Saban. 23. One of the worst teams Knicks had, especially at QB and his coordinator. This is a Fairweather fan. Tyler Pemberton. You are Fairweather. He used to come in this chat too. You see, like, all these people that be on my stuff, I don't even follow them. Tyler Pemberton, you are now Fairweather. You are now Fairweather. We are at 100 likes on the stream, y'all. So now I can end this live. We got 2 minutes. We was about to end it anyways. We got 100 likes on the stream, y'all. One more Fairweather. We got to find one more Fairweather, y'all. Oh, let me go to my favorite Fairweather. I gotta go to my favorite Fairweather. Hold on. Where's Chris Barsdale? Y'all want to see my favorite Fairweather?
This guy got 4 fingers for real.
My favorite Fairweather. Where he go? Let me see. Let me go to my favorite fair weather. Y'all see that thing, that messages thing? Hey, Blue. Let me see this replies. I know I got some. I know he over here somewhere. He ain't far. Chris, where you at? Chris, where you at? Chris, where you at? Chris, where you at? Oh, y'all see, y'all don't be rocking with your boy on Twitter for real. Oh, this is what I said. Both backs averaging 6+ yards carry. Jalen Miro only 4.1, but we struggling. Okay, my bad. Don't state facts, just be emotional because it fits your narrative. I love when we do that. I love when we do be emotional so it can fit our narrative and say stuff to fit our narratives instead of accept. Now, if we went into the fact and it said we was averaging 3.2 per carry as a team, then I would have a problem saying, and then I would have a problem saying that our run game is trash. But for all you fans that keep talking about the run game isn't effective and all this other crap, I need you to realize that it's not truthful what you're saying. Shania, why you calling me and your camera ain't on, baby? I'm live on the show, baby. I'll call you as soon as I get done, okay? I love you. My baby girl called, y'all, so that means it's time for me to get off for real. Time for me to get off for real. Oh, here you go, y'all. You got our favorite fair weather fan right here, Chris Barsdale. He just unfollowed me because I asked him to. One of my favorite fair weathers, y'all. Chris Barsdale, Birdsall, whatever your name is. If you're watching on Twitter, I know you are. I know you rubbernecking because you always come after my shows and start praying, start saying crazy stuff after the show, right after I get done. So, yeah. My boy Terrence Q Mahone is in this, but man, hey, T Mahone in it, bud. What's up, bro? Appreciate you pulling up. We will see Jack Pierce Jr. You know he gonna go quiet after we lose. I mean, after he lose. After he lose, he always do that. Shout out to the big 72 in the chat. We got 100 likes on the stream. Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Why am I hating on Sean? See, that's how I know you don't know what you be talking about, vehicles. Man, shut up. You clearly one of the fans that came on because of him. You don't know our relationship. Just shut up. Don't come to my chat crying again. I'm gonna roast you. Come in here with a screenshot of the NCAA freaking menu. Shut up. Shut up. I go at whoever I want to. You don't like it, you ain't gotta watch the channel. Simple as that. I go at Sean because he be in the fair weather right now. That's why. That's why I'm going at Sean. That's why I'm going at Jance. He fair weather too. Fair weather. I don't care. And I tell them to their face. That's what I do, bro. And it ain't no personal stuff. It's y'all that make it personal. My bros know what time it is. Here's a possible for new. It's just say keep calm. No Bama fair weather's press. Ooh, I got you, but I ain't sliding you no cut. I'm just playing. I got you, dog. I got you, Zach. Akeem, you wish Will Muschamp was our defensive coordinator? I can agree with that because he's definitely more familiar with the style of play that it takes to be successful in the SEC. I would have went with that hire under Kalen DeBoer. I didn't like Will Muschamp as a head coach. I would definitely like him as a doggone defensive coordinator though, or as a co-defensive coordinator, somebody to help Kane Womack because he would give. I think he could kind of. That's what Kane Womack could benefit from, having somebody who has the. If Kane Womack had Kevin Steele this season, I think we see a better play calling from him. What's up, Shanae? Man, listen, I'm on one today. Because they tripping. Leeway, you feeling fair weather today? You feeling fair weather today, Lee? Talk to me. I got like 30 more seconds. You feeling fair weather today? That boy, where he went? Why I be talking about Coach Sean? Because he's solid. That joker ain't solid. He fair weather this week. Yeah. Sean, Jance, the whole Bama stand-up panel. Fair weather. Steven Smith, fair weather. Who else? I ain't watched nobody else, bro. I don't really rock with everybody else. That's all right. Kangaroo Black, fair weather. You know I want to smoke. That's why you ain't tried. That's why you ain't changed your avatar picture yet. Because you know if you put your face out here, I probably could light you up. And no, probably I would. But you scared. You know what time it is. There you go, Dougie. You see him? He done popped back in. Fair weather fan alert. Yeah, you know when he walked through the little sensors walking into this chat, them just go off, boy. As soon as he put a comment in the chat, it's up. That Fairweather fan alert. But I appreciate you for pulling up, Leeway. You know what time it is, man. And I keep telling y'all, do not take this jump personal. If you take it personal, you're gonna be more embarrassed because I ain't gonna take it personal. You could talk about me getting fired from Bama football on YouTube and all that stuff. I don't care. I'm glad he let me go. Jordan Campbell. I ain't gonna do you like that, Jordan. Welcome in, bro. I ain't gonna do you like that. Sean, where you been at, bro? It's time to light some folks up, man. You know I can't do it all on camera like I want to, bro. Y'all better be careful. We got some things in place with the AAA family y'all don't want to mess with when it comes to coming at us. I'm telling you, tread carefully, tread water carefully. But with that being said, y'all be on the lookout for our new merch lineup. We got the White Learner lineup. It's going to be launching tomorrow. So be on the lookout for it. New products, new merch. Can't wait to support it. Shout out to our sponsors, man. Shout out to everybody, all the co-sponsors on today's stream. Hopefully I got everybody in their chat, in the co-streamer bar, that's contributed to today's super chat. Steven with the $5 super chat. Dwight came through with $4.99 from Brett. $4.99 from Brett again. Another $4.99 from my brother Piano Man. Thank y'all for supporting the channel today. And even though we didn't get no new members today, I know we got some people that's gonna be joining here after the segment. Hey, if y'all haven't already, make sure you like the stream, make sure you share it, make sure you're subscribed already, and be on the lookout for our next event. We're still planning for the SEC championship, y'all. We're still in the running, so be on the lookout. We got our hotel, we got the venue. We just wait for confirmation that we could pack them bags, baby. A few weeks ago, I had them packed. Now I had to start taking some of them extra draws out because I need them. You know what I'm saying? We ain't sure if we're gonna make it right now, but I got faith. I got faith that we're gonna do it. I'm your boy Coach Smook, man, and this is the Coach Smook Morning Calling Show. Listen, whenever you see me, man, don't hesitate. Holla at your boy. Let me know. Say, hey, coach, put me in the game. With that being said, thank y'all, man. And for all my AAA members, thank y'all for being who y'all are. This is for you. And after that, y'all can enjoy the show. Stick around. Drop your AAA emojis if you're a member. Drop a AAA emoji. I want to get you on screen for the end show segment, man, with the music. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Roll Tide. I'm your boy, Coach Smook. Catch y'all in the next one. Much love. Welcome. First of all, I just want to say thank you for joining the AAA family. By doing so, you have committed to supporting this channel monetarily, and for that, I could not thank you enough. I'm glad that you saw fit to contribute to the growth of this network, and because of that, you will have access to all the behind the scenes content that we're going to be placing on this channel, backstage access to all the vlogs, VODs. We got all types of content. You will have early access to it. Also, any event that you see come out with Outside with Coach Smook, or anything sponsored or partnered with Coach Smook, it will be preferred, and we will all make sure that we're all taken care of. This community is going to continue to grow. Don't miss out on any opportunities to network. We have other content creators. We have business owners. We got entrepreneurs. This is Coach Smook Network because we believe in networking. We want to uplift the community. So thank you for contributing to helping that mission, seeing that goal. And that's really what we're here for, right? We're here to uplift and continue to grow. So thank you for all your contributions, and welcome to the family. AAA SOS.